like that kind of stuff is just. So yeah, that kind of stuff's there, man. You know what? Interestingly enough, who's that? Sheikh Zayob. You still here?
Nah, he left.
He just popped
He left.
out. I think he's coming back.
He just popped out.
Yeah.
There was that sheikh in Saudi. You know what? Maybe I will leave that for the online still. It's a bit controversial. I don't want to bring up the Saudi thing right now still. You man, carry on.
Saudi thing comes up every
Say,
day,
do you not want to do what's the intro?
Yeah, just a second. I was just checking the titles and stuff. Is it all right? Sometimes I'll notice when I go live that yes.
Bruv, I
all
can't
titles are
believe
there.
how long you've taken. This guy called
I had
me
to
at
update
6
all the
o'clock.
drivers, man.
Shut up, bruv.
It was working.
6 o'clock. 6 o'clock, he goes, I'm gonna eat, yeah, we'll go live.
No. I didn't say that.
Side eating well, innit? It's eating well, bro.
I said
Yeah,
I'm
what
gonna
was he
eat.
eating? A whole cow?
I said I'm gonna eat and then I'll come on, man. Calm down.
Side was eating that
Right,
nice.
listen, he said 10:30. What time is it right now?
He's working
Well,
on.
like I said, yeah,
time,
like
bro.
all the updates and stuff. We're on live now anyway, guys. Assalamu alaikum, everyone. We've got the brothers and sisters live. We've got brother Abdullah. We've got, what's that brother's name here with this Saudi Arabia? It says brother. Is it brother? Or
Brother
whatever.
Abdul.
Brother Abdul. We've got brother Jacob. We've got brother Joe. We've got brother Raza. And she doesn't need any introduction. And other brothers.
It's me!
And other brothers.
The queen, man.
The queen, say it right, bruv. It's the queen.
Abdul calls everyone the queen. I just saying.
And
Actually,
other brothers, inshallah, gonna join. And as you guys saw the title, we're gonna talk about what the title says: Khabib v. Connor, Islamophobia, open topics, and roundtable type of discussion, guys. So yeah,
what?
roundtable discussion.
Round table discussion. I like it still.
I mean, so
who's gonna kick it off with this?
Just watch yourself, innit?
Watch yourself.
nah, like
Hey, where is that guy, man? Where is that? Watch yourself. He's a funny guy still.
He left the whole group.
why?
I kind of bullied him a little bit, I think.
But he bullies everyone, man. He's got to take it. He's a funny guy.
Listen,
Watch yourself.
Jacob, watch yourself.
Watch yourself with it.
Academic
Bruh,
screeching. You're
the
not
funniest-
blocked. You're not blocked. Okay, if you were blocked, you wouldn't have been able to comment it. So you're not blocked. Come on, guys. Yeah, now we're
Side,
If you
just on your
don't- if you
channel,
don't
side, yeah?
Huh?
If you don't
Yeah,
listen
yeah,
to
yeah.
Quran,
on your
leave the
channel.
chat right now.
TYM
Love.
channel.
Love.
No,
Is it your gaming channel?
No, not on the gaming one, bro.
Side.
Not on the gaming one.
Why would we?
No, but the thing about that guy was, right, so I left the chat for a little bit, and then he starts talking about tawassul and attacking Sayyida for no reason.
Yeah, he attacked me.
Out of
he attacked me.
nowhere. And I come back, and he's just...
Like the white knight.
Side is just the easy target, man. Everyone just bangs. Everyone just goes for Side quickly.
Bruh, no, but listen.
Everyone just
when
bangs
I-
Saida.
No, but listen, when I was on the chat, yeah, he was muting himself every time I was speaking. He kept muting himself. Every time I spoke, he muted himself.
He was riding me so hard. It was honestly, like, I don't know.
What the fuck?
Oh, man.
And then obviously, brother Jacob came and saved me. Thank God.
Yeah, we are live. Just letting you man know, yeah.
Yeah. Now, who do you fight? Who do you think you're gonna win? Do you think brother Khabib's got a chance? What do you guys think?
Listen, I'm with my Muslim brothers no matter what. So yeah.
Them biased talks.
Obviously, like brother Khabib, he's like, you know, did you see the way Connor when like at him like, oh, you're backward, you're this, and the Jahannam was one. Okay, cool. As I explained it earlier on. Okay, cool. Yeah, he's a non-Muslim, and we can't like really go at him.
Impose arting on him, yeah.
Yeah, but
The thing is, a lot of his side is hype. Like, obviously, he's causing hype for the fight, and you have to understand, next man's
That's
gonna
true.
troll. He's
Yeah.
gonna.
Yeah.
It's all, you know. The more he does stuff like this, the more Muslims will be like, oh, we need to watch the fight. And obviously,
Exactly,
he's
yeah.
obviously,
It's
it's all
just trolling.
media, and it's all media games,
I
isn't
wouldn't
it?
take it to heart. It's just-
Yeah, honestly, don't let. You should. No Muslim should. Everyone should just take it easy and be like, bro,
No,
it's a
but I've
fight.
seen a lot of people that have like they're like, no, I hate him
obviously
now.
the ones that full of hate, yeah, they're gonna be like proper on it. I'm talking about what's his name, man? You know, when he passed him a drink, trying to pass him a glass of whiskey, and then you know, say you're backward and this and that. I think like he's trying to. Do you get it? That was a bit below the belt and trying to like link like his terrorism and this and that all in one. You know.
It's gonna be all of those kind of themes come out. Like those kind of themes will come out where, from the backwardness to the terrorism links, all of that will
Just
come
watch
out.
yourself.
Just just to promote the fight. They're gonna do all of that kind of stuff, man. But man, them just need to take it as, you know. I don't even think like is the guy even Islamophobic? I think it's just, I don't think he even cares about anything. He just wants to promote the fight, where he'll just bring up all the nasty mentalities where, oh yeah, you Muslims are this, just to get a nice promotion out of the fight. You get it? So man, them shouldn't take it too serious, man. Hopefully he gets banged up in it.
That's the thing, because yeah, go on, bro, go on.
Yeah, so what I'm saying is you guys need to see that boxing has this attitude, so the way Muhammad Ali used to be.
Yeah. He troll.
Then you have, then now, the best example of this is Tyson Fury when he's advertising himself. The way he advertises himself, you're gonna get really, really hurt.
Yeah, so it's psychological warfare. That's what it is. Psychological warfare, innit?
Yeah, you have to get in the man's head, you know. That's how people win. That's why Mike Tyson used to beat up man before the fight even started.
Yeah.
Change your DP, bro.
Yeah, but,
who's DP?
huh? Who you
Well,
talking
you
about?
said change your DP. Yeah,
I told
I
her
didn't
to
say
change her
nothing like
DP. Who you talking about?
You change your DP. Why can I see your forehead? Change your DP.
Who's that? Me?
Nah.
Oh, Saeed's DP said something about insulting him.
Yeah, no, he says anyone who basically says like for me to take your insult seriously, I have to like give a shit about your opinion, like in what you think. You get
Yeah,
it?
what the hell? Mind your language.
Oh, is it?
He goes, oh, is it?
So
Change
yeah,
your
man.
DP. Rosa, change your DP right now.
Yeah, but I was gonna change it still. Allow me, innit?
Yeah, put some niqab on it, bro. You know what I mean? Cover it all up.
Half of his face is covered with some sort of niqab. Look how black that beard is.
The beard. And she's gonna troll everyone on this thing, you know what I'm saying?
Abu Mujahid goes, oh, you know the women back in the day, like Sayyidah Fatima, Sayyidah Aisha. He goes, they never used to come out in front of men or nothing. They'll be covered head to toe, just one eye showing.
One eye, you know, not even two, you know, one eye.
Ask him who was answering the doors then. Guys.
Some people love to make our religion, our Islam, like boring. Some geezer goes, I'm not gonna mention his name. Like some brother goes, a non-Muslim, he goes, brother, you should start vlogging again, man. Really interested, because it's like dawah to me. A non-Muslim telling me it's like a dawah to me, see a Muslim's life and all that. And another Muslim brother, he goes, all right, he's saying he didn't mean it that way, but I'm just trying to use this type of subject. So you guys understand what I'm trying to get at. Basically, he goes, "Oh, you shouldn't imitate the kuffar." And I thought, what? How is that like? What's wrong in vlogging?
No, but to be honest, you do imitate the kuffar. I'm gonna have to say that.
Yeah.
Let's understand who's the kuffar, bro.
There you go, innit? Like
the filthy kuffar, innit? That's what Saeed imitates.
The kuffs.
Yeah, the kuffs.
Who's the kuffs?
This talk, man, them just saying kuffar, imitating. This is just such a wrong mentality, man.
Do you know what I mean? Why make our religion?
You can't go nowhere. This is what the Islamophobes thrive of, bro. They thrive of this kind of nonsense. You know what I mean?
But who invited the refs onto the panel? I just want to know. If you told me there was going to be a refs on the panel, I wouldn't be here.
Who told me there's going to be a Sufi here, bro? They're like, come on and do the Sufi.
There's two refs on the panel. What the hell, Saeed? Sort this shit out.
Hold on, let me just check. Echo or something. Hold on, 1 minute.
So he's like, alright, cool, let me remove them.
Great Watch is United.
United. Bro, why do you want to, like, next time I was going to do another 10-hour show on us, bro? Allow it, innit?
And someone needs to drop the Nara soon.
But no,
say that. Listen, have you got your two devices on or something? I don't know, like, got a little bit echo, I think. I don't know.
Oh, wait. Let me put I'm listening to music at the back. Is it gone? Better?
Apparently there was some echo. I don't think it was mine.
I just had some Kawali on at the back.
Alright. So going back to Khabib, yeah. So obviously the Muslims we're gonna be biased. We're gonna be backing him, yeah. So all you guys.
I'm not.
Huh?
I'm not backing him.
I knew Joe would say that. Joe's a big man like that. Still.
How comes?
Joe, give us your view, Joe. Give us your view.
On a purely strictly UFC entertainment basis, I think Conor McGregor is a better sportsman and he's the golden boy for UFC. So I think it is in the better interest of the UFC as a corporation for Conor McGregor to win, because if you look at the rumours behind the scene, Khabib, if he does win, he's going to retire, and it's going to be a big blow for the actual commercial and entertainment aspect of the sport in that sense. However, what Muslims like to do is they like to jump on Khabib's back because, oh, he's got a Muslim name, he's from Dagestan. And what these Muslims won't realize, that Khabib is not a Salafi Muslim in that sense. He's actually a Muqtadi according to certain people, a deviant. Now, according to their principles of Al-Wala wal-Bara, which is loyalty and disloyalty,
absolutely,
who do you support? Do you support one kuf over the other kuf? I'll leave it there. Thank you.
Wow, you know what? Like I said, yeah.
It's like they're gonna do a show on you as well now, bro. You in it now as well, bro.
I'm like, I don't know about like about his like Islamic proper. I don't know where did he get all that Muqtad and all that sort of thing? Like, is there any proof? Like, or
no? But yeah, you know, jokes aside, though, what Jacob's
can I just say, you still got some snaky mods on there, bro. What's going on?
Who? Actually, don't worry about all that. Mod things, like I said, yeah, I'm gonna.
Bye, you're gonna hold on it.
Yo, give me mods, man.
No, but you know what? Let's go back to what Joe was saying, man. He made some good points.
Yeah, he made some good points. I'm just making sure that the snake is gone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
where did he get all that from, bro? Because personally, like I said, yeah, like far as I know, the brother, like, always, like, I'm not saying like, oh, just because he say mashallah, alhamdulillah. He seems to me like from the outside, looks like practicing. Brother's humble, always like, you know, pushing that oneness of Allah, you know, the one Allah, things like that, you know, good character.
What about the beard? What about the beard?
The beard must be big, like Abu Halima.
You know what I mean? So
we need a beard like Ahmed's. Ahmed's got the most beautiful beard still.
Who?
What about the three-quarter length?
3/4?
All right.
No, Ahmed.
And if you're gonna go by like his aura and all that's not covered properly and all that, obviously this is like
you know, they need to cover the aura 100%. How are we women meant to watch it?
Yeah.
That's not fair.
I mean, but joke.
What's the ankle saying?
You should lower your gaze as well.
Yeah.
No, you guys lower your gaze.
What's the ankle saying? What's the ankle saying?
What's the ankle? What's they're talking about the ankle and stuff, yeah? Like, what is all that? Like,
the ankle.
Do you guys know, like, about the ankle?
You're meant to see the ankle, fam. Mecca style.
The ankle. Yeah, man knows a little bit about that. That's what.
Yeah, go on. Can you elaborate? What's the ankle business? Is it like all the time, or is it just salah?
Below the ankle is in the fire.
Okay,
you know what it is? Yeah, that's definitely Joe's topic. Go on, Joe.
So this topic is known as isbal, okay, which the Prophet ﷺ said in the hadith, multiple hadiths, that what garment dangles below the ankle is inside the hellfire.
There you go.
However, what people like to do is only cut and trim these ahadith, looking at the whole context.
Proudness.
Exactly.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Right, and it's not the ankles in the hellfire, it's the garment below the ankles in the hellfire, not your ankles, your foot itself.
Explain that, Joe. So what was the context of the hadith, Joe?
Oh, so the garment is in the fire.
No, Joe, explain the hadith.
Oh, go on, garment's getting done there.
So after the statement of the Prophet,
Hey,
Abu Bakr,
Zuriab's in the building. What it do?
What it do?
Watch yourself.
I don't know, UFC conversation.
You need to watch yourself.
No. Joe's explaining the ankle hadith. You know, like the man that take it literally. Wearing the trousers at like 3/4. Yeah, Joe, go.
Let's forget the cut and trim analysis of these hadith and take into context. And what these people will tell you that Abu Bakr radiallahu anhu, according to Sunnis, came after this gathering and asked the Prophet, that what about myself? Because his garments were dangling below the ankle.
Indeed.
And the Prophet told him that you are free from such a punishment because
Facts.
you are not doing this out of pride.
That's the one.
There you go.
In terms of usul, which is principles, this becomes the illah, or the reason for the prohibition of these actions. Now, if one, in this context, a modern day 21st century Britain, whose oath, whose custom is to wear pants or jeans in a workplace and is not doing out of pride, then such a punishment cannot really apply.
So basically, Joe.
Exactly.
So Joe, basically, what we're saying is the qaida, the usul.
So what did we actually learn?
That what we learn is that the usul and qaida of that hadith is basically that at that time, Joe, was that the issue at that time was people used to wear it long out of arrogance, out of takabbur, proudness. However, in today's time, wearing it long, by long I just mean, you know, normal trousers that's become the normal custom usage, is not worn for that arrogance and takabbur. So therefore, that illah is no longer present, and because that illah is no longer present, therefore it's not haram.
So in other words, we practice completely different culture. So that culture doesn't apply to us, basically.
Exactly, because the Prophet made it clear, alayhi salatu wasalam, that the reason, because in the narration when it says Abu Bakr came to the Prophet and he says, no, you're free, because he's not wearing it for that reason, right? So the narration is showing that if you wear... Yeah, go on. So he's trying to say, if you wear it for that reason, it's a problem, but if you're not wearing it for that reason, it's cool.
Exactly, 100%.
So also people have to understand is that the reason why it was a sign of arrogance is that they would tailor their clothes in the past. So the people who were rich and who could afford clothing would fit longer pieces of clothing like robes.
Right.
But what do you say? But Joe, Ahmed, Joe, this is like a bigger issue. This is what I'm trying to say to you, that the aspect of literalism and taking things literally without actually understanding it. Like, you know, we've understood that the Prophet said, you know, don't wear it like this, but you haven't understood why, or the Quran, or the Karina of, or the siyaq, or the usul around it is just, oh, he said it, so we have to apply it today as well. You're not understanding what the Prophet's trying to say. Do you get the point?
People are doing this in the middle of winter, fam.
People do that. Yes, indeed.
In the middle of winter, bro, they're running around.
Is that literally? It's that literalist, this kind of thing where just the thing is, if the common guy does it because he reads it, I understand. What scares me is when the ulama start saying stuff like this. It's like, well, you're supposed to be learned, bro. You get it?
Now, listen, the denomination which usually engages in such a practice are usually from the Salafi background, and the Salafi background are claimants to follow the Hanbali fiqh, the Hanbali school of jurisprudence. Yet one of the most relied upon works in the Hanbali school of thought is by Ibn Muflih called Adab al-Shar'iyya, in which he quotes from Imam Ahmad bin Hanbal, one of the four Mujtahid Imams, in which he says that there is no issue in lengthening the garment for those who do not intend kibr.
Wow.
Obviously.
That's text.
Oh, wait, Rosa.
Yeah.
I sent the references that you asked for. Check in your private thingy.
Cool.
On the other hand of the spectrum, in the Indo-Pak context, we have the Deobandi brethren who disparage people who don't have trousers above their ankles. Yet in Fatawa al-Hindiya, which was the Fatawa collection that was commanded by the Badshah, the king, Alamgir during the Mughal Empire, it states that Abu Hanifa used to wear expensive clothes and he would leave them to the ground. And he was then asked, why are we not forbidden for engaging in such a practice? And he said, that is for the people of pomp and arrogance, and we are not from amongst them.
Abu Hanifa was living that trader lifestyle, that trader's lifestyle.
Joe ain't taking prisoners today, is he?
You know what it is?
Guy seems well studied, man.
No, but you know what, Hamza, this is why having Joe is always like a... That's why I try to say, but when Joe... Bro, joking, man. If Joe says something, take it seriously, bro. Trust me in it, because man comes with those texts in it.
Check this out, yeah. On a level, can someone give me an actual sunnah of the Prophet? Peace and blessings be upon him.
Joe, this is you, bro.
An actual sunnah, like an actual way, or like an actual like swag of his. For crying out loud, whatever you call sunnah in English.
What is sunnah to you, Ahmed? What is the definition of that?
Sunnah to me is a way of life, innit?
Let me take a crack at this one, yeah. You see, sunnah, it can arguably stems from the word sanan, or footsteps, basically, right? So it's this idea that you're following in the footsteps of the Prophet, peace be upon him. But the point is that the Nabi sallallahu alaihi wasallam says that he doesn't follow anything except what is revealed to him. So then.
Too soon. Too soon, Ziriam.
No, the brother's right, because the thing is this, man. The sunnah is from Allah, it's not from Rasulullah. That's what you gotta understand. Like anything that the Prophet did in religion, he's perfect in that. Why? Because it's not from him, it's from Allah. Now outside of that, he's a human being.
No, I know.
Let's say like if every time before the prophet would eat this food, he would scratch the back of your ear. Now somebody that's ignorant would say that's the sunnah. Scratch the back of your ear before you eat. No, that's just what the prophet did because he's a human being and that's part of his personality.
Okay,
that's
so
his swagger.
Then? When are we gonna get to the sunnah part? I want to know what the prophet.
Listen, so when the prophet prayed, right, and he prayed a certain way, he went this way and that way, and he did this and he did that. That's the sunnah.
So when you say
he didn't create that, that's from Allah.
So, but that wouldn't make it his sunnah. That would just be what the religion is.
But he's the example. So you know, as a prophet being chosen, you understand what I'm saying? It's words. It's a statement. You know, it's his sunnah. He's the example. We looking at him, and this is what he's doing in accordance to religion and way of life. You know what I'm saying? Not his sunnah mean that he's the creator of it.
No, but if you say his example, and his example is the example in the Quran, then what is his example?
Right. Listen. So listen, you got the Quran, right, Ahmed?
Yeah.
Right. Everybody's reading it, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so now people can conjure up their own understandings of it, just like me and Raza was debating and shit yesterday.
Did someone just give me a sunnah? Why is this such a hassle?
I just gave you one.
What?
Listen.
Why are you shouting? He just gave
exactly. I just gave you one.
Where was I? I didn't hear it. What was it?
I thought I'm gonna troll you a little bit. Shall I give you a sunnah? Shall I give you one?
Give him one, man. Give him another one.
The shaitan in the nose.
Oh my god. Oh my days.
Yeah, you was trolling him now. You playing games.
No, but I'm not sure he's playing games. I'm not sure you're telling me any different than he is.
What does that have to do with the way of the prophet? You understand what I'm saying?
Okay, tell me. Give me a description of what the way of the prophet.
Okay, Ahmed, I'll give you one. So praying and fasting a lot.
But isn't that what the Quran says anyway?
Yeah.
Of course, absolutely.
It's reaffirming. So the sunnah is him just reaffirming it.
Yeah, listen, Ahmed. Let me get back to what I was trying to say real quick. Ahmed, let me say this real quick. Give me 30 seconds, right? So when you have the Quran, right, and people are reading it, they can conjure up their own way based upon what they read and their subjectiveness as individual. So when you have the example, which is Rasulullah, it clears away all the BS and it brings unity amongst us, and it gives us a clear. Okay. You understand that?
Give me an example of that.
Does that make sense to you, Ahmed?
No, it doesn't. Give me an example of that.
Why doesn't it make sense to you? So you wait a minute. Hold on, Ahmed. So you think everybody should read the Quran for themselves and create their own religion and do what they want?
I hear what you're saying. I just want an example of what you're saying.
Look, Ahmed, you understand English, bro? Could you answer my question, bro? Do you think?
What you asking me?
Brother, listen, this is the question again.
Yeah.
Do you think that people should read the Quran and come up with their own way? Yes or no?
I think people should read the Quran, and if they're supposed to be guided, Allah will guide them. This ain't no crap that everybody's supposed to be in.
Ahmed. So in other words, people should just read the Quran for themselves and hope that Allah guides them, right?
Hopes. Nah, see, this is what I'm saying. You don't understand guidance. If this is the point. You need to understand the fact.
No, because no.
Bruv, listen.
Ziriat. The reality is, Ziriat. Listen. Slow down. Let me say it. I was quiet. I was on mute. They was talking, brother.
You've been talking though.
Ziriat, why are you being a shaitan, man?
Relax. Listen.
Okay,
why are you being a shaitan? Give me 10 seconds.
Just relax.
Give me 10 seconds. Just give me 10 seconds, bro.
Okay, go. Okay,
Wallahi, man, you acting like a shaitan, man.
Chill, man. Just chill.
Stop, bro. Relax.
The words have
10 seconds.
Listen, man. Just listen.
Ya Allah, man. Go ahead.
So guidance is not reading a book and hoping for the best. Yeah, guidance emanates from utilizing your sensory faculties, from utilizing your intellectual faculties, from exerting oneself, from going through trials and tribulations, from being tested, right? From having temyiz, yeah, separating the wheat out from the chaff, so to speak. Yeah, all of this is part and parcel of guidance. Yeah, so the guidance is squarely up and it was squarely in your realm. It's in your control, right? So this idea of like, oh, just willy-nilly, let's just read it and then let's just hope for the best is fundamentally flawed. I know that you're not going to listen to what I've said and you're not going to take it in, so it's fine, but I've said it nonetheless.
Okay, yeah, let me I'll respond to what Ahmed said. So no, I heard what you said, Zeriat, but that's the bullshit I'm talking about. But anyway, you understand what I'm saying?
Honestly, I agree with him 100% because it seems to
that's
me
bullshit.
No, but I know it's not.
Okay, wait, hang on.
Can I talk? Can I talk?
One sec. Let me.
All I need is 10 seconds. I need 10 seconds, and then you can talk for 3 minutes.
Listen, Abdul. One thing.
You have to do
this with adab. You have to do this with adab. Okay. We can't go around and swear.
Listen, don't fucking critique my adab, man. Just relax, bro. Stop.
Yo, watch yourself.
Stop,
Listen to the way you're talking, bro.
Don't get spooky. Don't get spooky.
Is this the Sunnah of the Prophet? Is this the Sunnah of the Prophet?
You need to watch yourself.
Calm down a bit now.
Why are you asking me silly questions, brother?
Guys,
relax, man. Just the conversation.
You guys need to watch
Listen. Just stop, bro. Just give me 10 seconds. I don't have a lot to say. I'm gonna go on mute and you can talk all day.
Go on,
Brother Abdullah, just everybody I'm talking to, just please, everybody calm down and let's not publicly, like, you know, let's try to calm down a bit, bro. We're live and go on, Abdullah. You go and finish what you have to say. Go on.
Hold on, we live?
Yeah, we are live, my brother. We're live.
Get out of here, Saeed.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So, you know,
everyone can see you without Takeo though.
Yeah.
Listen, man. Okay, no problem.
Takeo off.
All right, brother Abdullah, if you want to finish what you was gonna say, so
I'm just gonna change now. He's gonna be like, "Assalamu alaikum, brothers."
No. Wallahi, man. I'm not doing none of that. But listen,
bro, it's a joke,
man. Let's have this convo. Go on.
Yeah.
I'm gonna drag this after this to the fight quickly as well and then get the fight talk out of the way. But go on.
Yeah. So this is what I'm saying, Ahmed. The reality is this: people.
No one gives a shit about the fight.
Yeah, I hear you, Saida. All right, so this is what it is, right? People are reading the Quran and they're actually doing their own thing and coming up with their own ways according to their own subjective values and faculties. And this is the exact same thing that Ziriab said, and this is what you're saying, Ahmed.
Well,
and it's problematic.
Well, no, hold on. Is it problematic to you, or is it problematic to Allah?
Bro, don't go on like his premise is okay, bro. Don't pretend like say what he just presented there was an accurate description of what we are presenting. It's
not
awful.
At all. He's not gonna get away with this, Ziriab. You know it, man. 1 second, Abdul. But hold on, is it problematic to you, or is it problematic to Allah first and foremost?
It's problematic to the Ummah. Because now
people. Now I want to know who designed.
Listen, anything we do is not going to affect Allah.
No, listen. I just want to understand who designed this idea that people are supposed to have a certain understanding, and therefore an extra step needs to be taken. Was it Allah?
No, it's the Quran telling you. It's Allah telling you.
Okay, give me the verse, because I've never found that in the Quran.
But Ahmed, you know the verse. We had this 1,000 times. We talked about this.
Now we've got other people in the panel, innit? We've got judges.
Right. Okay, so obey Allah and His Messenger.
It doesn't stop there.
I know that.
Why don't you finish the verse?
And obey those that's in authority.
Well, clearly you don't talk about those in authority. They don't have hadiths, do they?
Well, listen.
But they don't have sunnahs, do they?
listen, Ahmed. This is the thing you have to
use that one.
Ahmed,
look,
stop.
If you're going to use that to say sunnah and hadith, it's not going to get off anymore.
Listen, Ahmed. Yeah. So now what you want to talk about the third part as far as obey those in authority? Right? No, you want to talk about that?
What I'm saying is, if you're going to use that verse to say this is talking about the sunnah or this is talking about the hadiths, then you must also say that those in authority, they also have a supposed sunnah that we're supposed to obey, and they also have a supposed hadith that we're supposed to obey. Because the verse does not stop at just obey the messenger.
Nah, that's a philosophical, trick. That's tricknology. No, that's technology, brother. Listen, Ahmed, hold on, stop. It's not just that one verse, brother.
Abdul, he's got a point. So now describe the who are the ulil umr minkum.
No, listen. So when you talk, slow down. Can I respond? So when you talk about those in authority, they could be Muslim or non-Muslims, right? So like, let's say the people that's living in the UK, as Muslims, are we not taught to obey the laws? We are not allowed to break the laws, whether we living in the lands of Muslims or not. Right or wrong?
Does Allah say do not obey sinners, bro?
What?
Doesn't Allah say do not obey sinners in the Quran?
Where does he say that specifically?
You want the verse?
Not only that, wait a minute. Are the laws of the land Sunnah? Because what we're talking about here is Sunnah and Hadiths.
Right. So, but you brought up another part of the verse. But you brought up those in authority. But listen, Ahmed, there's other verses that we could discuss, but you want to stick to this one, right? So,
this is what you brought. If you want to let,
I brought that. Because that's the one everybody hears, right, Ahmed?
All right, yo. All right, so you wanted the verse 76:24.
What does it say? Read it.
So be patient for the decision of your Lord, and do not obey from among them a sinner or ungrateful.
Exactly. Okay. And so, what's your point?
Continue.
What do you mean?
The verse, the context of the verse.
Oh, you want the whole?
Yeah. What's the point you make?
I mean the context, really. If there's a context to it.
Remember these.
Yeah. What's his point? What is his point?
My point is,
aren't you supposed to?
No. He made a point. He made a point that you can't obey the sinners amongst you. But I mean,
you have
to get the context, because many amongst human beings are sinners. So if you say that, then you could say some Muslims you can't obey any Muslim leader, because they will have some sinning element amongst them. That's why.
You can only
start getting silly with it.
That is my point. That is my point, that you can only obey an infallible.
Right, but the Muslim, infallible. But we're also taught that we're supposed to follow the law of the land that we live in.
No, that's what I just said. But they try to be carnal and technical and acting silly.
Can I say something? I can give you guys a.
Listen, Ahmed, I got the dagger verse for you, man.
Let me just say one simple thing, yeah. Could it possibly be that when it says obey Allah, obey the Messenger, and obey those among you in authority, that is simply talking about when the Prophet ﷺ was a leader for a community, and he obviously appointed people in authority. Like this was an actual event, like it happened.
But then you'll be in the same boat as us, because you'll be subjective. You'll say, oh, he's talking about these specific people he appointed. But then we'll argue were they appointed or not. It'll go on and on.
No, but I'm asking you, has it happened? Was the Prophet a leader in the community? Yes or no?
Yes.
Did people work under him? Did he have
resoundingly yes.
Yes.
So what's the issue then?
So people worked under him. Why didn't he appoint them then and there?
What?
If they were already going to be appointed, because you see, if somebody's it's a decree of Allah, then it's already going to be legislated. But if it's not,
you're getting bare technical, and it doesn't need to be so technical.
Well, then that's the problem. That's my problem. You see, that's the problem, because when you come to our side,
the argument that he's making is a simple one, regardless of sectarian values. Yeah, the argument he's making is a simple one, and it boils down to this: historically, we know that the Prophet, peace be upon him, was a ruler, and he was in authority, and he also delegated his authority to governors of regions. We know that is to be true, right? And so the verse says, obey Allah, obey the messenger, obey those in authority. So it can be he's saying that okay then.
So those who are in authority, so those he delegated.
You get what I'm saying, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
But
that would be a valid interpretation, would it not? Like he's sticking to the script. He's not adding or taking anything away.
So those in authority at the Prophet at the time. So that would mean, then that would give the excuse that anyone who is in authority amongst the Muslims, then they could also be counted as those amongst authority. So that's where your problem.
Again, you're trying to make it. You're making it complicated, or you're making a wider point, which is fine. Yeah, but understand the point first, isn't it? He's limiting it to that historical time. So the attempts that the attempts that other people try and do of extending those in authority as being anyone who's in political power, anyone who usurps power, anyone who's a tyrant, right? Which is what the Umayyad movement under the guise of Sunnism, under the guise of Salafism does, basically, especially the Saudi scholars. They say anyone who comes in, bro, because this is the thing, you're not allowed to
in Dubai, they play this in malls and stuff. That's how bad it is, bro. In malls, they go on about this verse.
Come on.
That's how bad it is.
100.
Do you see what I'm saying? But listen.
But,
Instead of people going on about their opinions, let's talk about what we know for a fact.
yeah, because
What
this is
we
what
know
Christians
for a
do.
fact-
Christians, they
Let me-
quote a
let me finish,
verse and then they put their opinion,
please.
their
Let me finish.
understanding without the context.
What we know for a fact, yeah, is that this verse came down at a specific time. We know that for a fact.
Yes.
And we know that there was a specific time when the Prophet ﷺ was a leader, and we know that he delegated people in positions.
Yeah, to positions. Yeah.
So we know these facts. Why go beyond the facts?
Well, the thing is, did the Prophet and his companions, did they not use the same verse to explain about if you need to go to a doctor or somebody who knows more than you, for instance, a scholar, someone has more knowledge than you? That's the thing.
But have we read?
Because if you use it for only one reason, then you're gonna have to ignore all the other reasons where it's also used for people who are higher in authority, which is a doctor or someone who is a scholar or someone who has no more knowledge than you in a certain point, or even a chef, even. So it's.
But
you're ignoring all the rest
You're entertaining possibilities when you're in the face of facts. Why are you entertaining?
That's not possibilities. Those are actually what happened. Now, if you say that's not what happened, then you'll have to exclude the Sunnah itself. That's a problem. And if you exclude the Sunnah, you're excluding the history.
Your ideas are convoluted, bro. I'm gonna give you a chance now to kind of.
No, I'm just giving you facts because you say one thing is fact, and then you say the other isn't.
It's not enough to say. It's not enough to say it's facts, bro. So calm down.
But he said it's what it is.
Tell us what it is you're trying to say.
I never said anything
that you're trying to express.
No, I'm expressing that when you portray a certain viewpoint in order to convey a different viewpoint, then what happens is what you're showing to everyone else and others on the live stream, what you're showing is you're doing the same thing that Christians do, because they take a verse, they put their specific mindset on it, and they say, look, Allah says in the Quran that he does not will except for that every human being.
You was going so well until you mentioned Christians.
You see,
you was going so well until you mentioned Christians and did some fallacious kind of. No.
If you let me finish,
it's a fallacious argument.
If you let me finish, you didn't even let me finish.
People do it, and so.
Akhi, if you don't let me finish, then how are you gonna know what I was talking about? You just basically.
You're not listening. It's a fallacious argument.
But you cut me off.
That
you
his
cut me
problem
off.
is because he acts like X group. That's not an argument.
But you cut me off before I could finish my point.
Give him another chance.
I didn't say he was a Christian.
All right.
Yeah, let the brother finish, bro. Zero. Yeah, go on.
So hopefully you don't cut me off this time before understanding the point. So okay, so look, man. If you tell me one viewpoint, you say, look, let's take it from the bare reasoning of history. Let's take it from when it was revealed, and when that has a context in itself. You're telling me when it was revealed. You're not actually reading the verse. So you're giving your context from the history. So if you take away the Sunnah, which is part of the history, then you're telling me ignore this part of the history, but accept this part of the history.
Elaborate.
So
are you even listening to what he said?
I heard everything he said, but if you let me finish, you still cut me off again.
But your reply makes it seem as though you didn't hear what he said.
No, I heard what he said. I'm saying if you take one, he's explaining that because of this certain example is portrayed through in history. When you go back in history, this is when the verse was revealed. Then I'll argue, okay, how do I know it was revealed then? What history shows that?
That's not what he said, though.
No, that's not what I'm saying at all.
Okay, repeat it then. If I'm mistaken, repeat it.
All right, listen.
If I am.
Forget history. Full stop. How about that? Forget history.
All right. I'll forget history.
Just look at the Quran for what it is.
Okay, what is it?
The Quran came to the messenger, correct?
Is that history?
Oh my God. Where you going, bro? I asked you one question.
But you see, that's history. Listen to what I'm saying. A person could come. The Quran. Imagine the Quran was revealed by itself. A person could say, no, it's not from the Muhammad.
What's
like
this
some
guy
people
doing?
claim.
Yo, Abdullah, look. Can history be?
Finish your point. Finish your point.
Can history be corrupted, bro?
Finish your point.
Again, the Quran tells us that this message was basically an inspiration to Muhammad, peace and blessings be upon him, which he then gives to us. Do you understand?
Yes.
Which he then speaks to us. Do you understand?
Mm-hmm.
So again, the messenger of this message is Prophet Muhammad. So he's the leader of this message. Correct?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
He's the leader of anyone who wishes to follow this message. Correct?
Yes. Well, that's yes. Go ahead. But I don't know if your word choice is a little bit, but I understand.
I'll repeat it to you.
Yes.
The Prophet Muhammad is the leader of anyone who wishes to follow this message.
Yes, because he's the one who. Yes, I agree. Yes.
Okay. If this message talks about those among you in authority, once it has mentioned the messenger, it must be talking about people who the messenger has delegated in positions of authority. In plain English, can you comprehend that now?
So you're saying because it's this message is going through Muhammad, who is the leader, it must be talking about those who delegated in authority.
Because of the simple fact that when does the word authority come? You hear obey Allah, obey the messenger, and obey those amongst you in authority. Why do you think that's said in the third position?
Does it say and obey those in authority, or does it say and those in authority amongst you? I don't think it says obey.
Doesn't make any difference.
Well, then you're adding the word. Then it does make a difference.
Take obey out. I don't know why you trying to reach for an argument that's not there.
No, Akhi, but if you have to be honest with the Quran, you can't make up your own words.
All right, okay,
because it doesn't say it doesn't say
you're looking for something that's not there. The point I'm trying to make to you is in English, those in authority have to be beneath the messenger because of the simple fact that it came third. Do you not understand?
Yes, I understand. I never made that point.
I don't even have to look historically. I can understand it through simply reading the English translation of that.
So those in authority, and you're saying those are people who he delegated as authority at the time, historically.
Yeah.
And can it be taken just simply as that, or can it be taken in a deeper meaning or a wider context?
Not if you speak English, you can't. Obey Allah.
No, if you're a Quranist, you can't do it. That's all.
If you're a Quranist,
Listen, if you speak English, obey Allah, obey the messenger, and those among you in authority. What's wrong with you? There's a clear-cut hierarchy there.
Well, Akhi, you know that's one translation.
Hold on, is there a hierarchy there or not?
Akhi, but you know you just took one translation.
One sec, someone get off here who's not talking because Raza's been kicked out.
Is there a hierarchy?
Who kicked him out?
Who kicked him out? Who kicked him out?
He dropped and obviously there's half.
Answer me. This is amazing.
Okay.
Is there a hierarchy there or not?
Can someone just get off?
Listen, Saida, you can take someone off.
Yeah, I'm building. I got 2 more verses to bring about.
Tell him to come back in.
Is it just
Tell him to come back in.
Is there not a hierarchy in that language there?
Clearly, there's a hierarchy.
Well, hold on. Is there not a hierarchy there?
No, of course there is, man. Just look at the personality.
Of course there is, but what you're saying is
it's self-evident. But man don't want to admit that and just want to move on to something else.
I'm not moving on to anything. I'm sticking on his point. Actually, I never said anything. I'm just saying. I never said I don't agree with your. Akhi, did I say I don't agree with you? I said I agree, but the problem is when you connect that further and say that means there must have been.
Raza, jump on, blood.
Yeah,
jump on already, man.
What did you say?
I said when you move that over and say there must be a hierarchy and there must be an authority, and then you go deeper, then that's where I have a problem, because if a person goes into context. No,
I went deep. All I said to you was obey Allah, obey the messenger, and those among.
But you said you're going off of the English translation. Akhi, you're going off of the English translation. Is there not more translations which say something different? Well, amri minkum can that be interpreted in different ways?
Translation. Okay, so now
no, because you said English. But you said English. You said when somebody reads it in English. So I'm asking in the Arabic because I have my other translations.
I'm gonna ask you, how far off could it be from the actual the actual sentence in Arabic? Because if you say it's the translation, you're trying to make it out like it could be so drastically different that it has a completely different meaning.
No, I didn't say that. I said there's different meanings to that one word.
All right, cool. Then tell me, how far off could you be off from that?
Yes. How far? What? Say again. How far could you be off to? What do you mean?
How is it possible to deviate from as follows? Obey Allah, obey the messenger, and those among you in authority. Where is the opportunity to deviate from that, or to make interpretations from that?
Said, kick someone out.
The person.
Hold on, and you in charge of the group. Hold on a second.
Bruv, there's not there silent people.
I tell you what, Brother Jafar, if you can, Brother Jafar's silent a bit. Can you just for a bit get out and then you can come back again? Because there you go. Brother Jafar's gone. Tell Figgy.
Raza, get back in. Nah.
Okay, well y'all done dealing with that verse. We need to go to Surah 16, man. So y'all hurry up, man.
We can leave this verse once you guys acknowledge it.
Raza, hurry up and get in, man.
Abandon it, retreat, then we'll leave.
Abandon what? Man, I don't know what point you're trying to make. Okay, if you're saying this, there can only be translated in one point, then you're confused because
hang on.
Al-Amri can be. It doesn't have to be in leadership. It can be amongst your family itself. Yes, I do speak Arabic.
No, it cannot be. It cannot be. Who are you talking about? It can be amongst my family. It's talking about
those in authority. Are you not in authority of your family? Are you not in authority as a person over your family? Are you not in authority over your family?
But the context.
And it could be taken.
The context is listen. The context can never be obey. Listen, the context can never be obey Allah, obey the messenger, and obey your family. You don't get that from that context.
I didn't say obey your. Oh my! I said it says those in authority. That's what I'm saying. The term itself, authority.
That the Prophet
you're taking. Akhi, you're taking the word authority in a general meaning, but also the word itself, al-amri, itself can be used in many different contexts. Yes, that's my problem.
That's because you're trying to look.
But I do agree. I do
agree. You can't isolate it, bro. What are you doing?
Who's isolating? I'm actually giving them more meaning.
Trying to isolate those in authority as if it's on its own. Obviously, if you're gonna say authority, anybody can be an authority. Don't try.
That's what I said. That's what I said. I said that. You just repeated what I said.
But that's just repeated what I said. But that's just stupid. Why would you isolate the word authority?
Oh, so you don't want me to isolate the word. So you want me to take the whole verse without isolating.
Your mind? Is the sentence?
Because words have meaning. Does words have meaning? Does words have meaning?
But it's a sentence. Do you understand what sentence is?
Okay, it's a sentence, but does the specific words have? The specific words have meaning over you. So it depends who's over you then, huh?
But
who's over you depends who's authority.
Abdullah, wallahi, I'm so suspicious about certain hadiths nowadays. Wallahi, why on earth would you look at a sentence? Listen. Why would you look at an entire sentence and isolate a word? Why would you do that?
Because the Quran is made up of words and sentences.
No, but
is that your answer?
Something is, listen, when a word is in a sentence, it's in that sentence to have a meaning for a purpose.
Yes, and it does that word in there to have a purpose.
When you isolate that word, you have an agenda, my friend.
Okay, but okay, so if you isolate the sentence and don't give the full context, you have agenda.
Yes.
Okay, so that's what you just did.
How did I do that?
You didn't take the full context because you took that. Akhi, you took one verse and you didn't put the whole context in it and what it's talking about.
Go ahead. Obey. Listen, bro.
You see what you're saying? That's what I'm saying here.
Bro, listen. I simply understand English, innit? Obey Allah. Obey the messenger.
Well, the Quran was revealed in Arabic, not English.
And those among you in authority, no matter what you do, you won't be able to change that. Go ahead, do it. Put anything you want before, any verse you want before, any verse you want after.
Go 10 verses back.
Go a chapter back. You think it's gonna make a difference?
So you're telling me, okay? So you're telling me you don't take words and put them in their context. Is that what you're saying? You don't. You take sentences only. Is that what you're saying? So if you have a word in English that says authority, it doesn't mean it doesn't have another meaning in English.
I don't know how to speak.
But bro, let me jump in here. See, the thing is, you need to stop with the silly attempts at like ridiculing his arguments, or you're reducing his arguments to that.
I'm not reducing
which is not his argument. It's not his argument. That's not what he's saying.
You're accusing me now of ridiculing his argument. Is that what you're saying?
No, because I've been listening, yeah. And what I've
seen if you accuse me of
stop saying Akhi every time. Relax yourself.
Akhi, I'm relaxed, but I'm saying
you're doing it again. You're doing it again. You're doing the exact same thing again.
I'm speaking to two people. Can I speak to one person? Because you just ridiculed my argument.
I'm jumping in now, innit? I'm jumping in now.
You accuse me.
I'm saying, bro, listen to what I'm saying. Just relax for a second.
Go ahead.
We're gonna open up this conversation now as well. The fact is, we got to open it up. Like everyone can jump in the panel. Like this isn't a two-way conversation. Yeah.
Of course.
So this is what I'm saying. So in regards to express or exploring the Quran, like there's not an issue with what Ahmed has put forward. In regards to looking at this verse, he's not saying, oh, don't look at the context. So to say that, do you not look at the context? You just look at a sentence. It's like, it's silly because that's not what he said at all. He hasn't said that at all. So with that, I want to open it up to the rest of the panel. What are some of your guys?
Okay, but can you address? Let's go to Surah 16, man.
Akhi, can you address what you said? You said I was dismissing his argument.
Yeah. So what you've done repeatedly, and I mentioned it before, and you denied it before as well. But then
what did I deny?
It was borne out that you did do it, and it's basically you're not listening to the full content of an argument, or you're having some comprehension issues, and then what you do is basically.
So now you're accusing me of comprehension issues, Akhi. If this is what you're gonna
just let him finish, bro. Let him finish, please.
All right,
so like I say,
but you're accusing me while you're speaking. So I have to make
There's a lot of people on the panel.
Hello.
Yeah, if you don't want to hear my answer, don't.
Has anybody else heard it?
Everybody, listen, guys.
I never answered the statements.
Guys, please, for the sake of Allah, yeah, one by one, and let's calm down, yeah. Whoever, like.
Sorry, you need to moderate this thing properly.
I know that's what I'm saying, guys. So what I'm gonna do now, yeah, is actually. Look at the live chat. You know, I mean, read. People are getting.
We're gonna do a 2-minute each.
So what we do, yeah, that's it. Yes. No, what we do, 2-minute each, and no interruptions. And anyone interrupts, you know, they're gonna have to leave. Yeah. So 2 minutes.
Ziriab was speaking.
So Ziriab, you start because you was you was speaking. Cool. I'll give you 2 minutes from now. You time yourself, bro. Yeah.
I wanna open up this conversation. I wanna open up this conversation.
Someone who's gonna time it? Who's gonna time it? Hold on.
So I'm gonna ask.
2 minutes.
I'm gonna ask a question. I'm gonna ask a question to the panel, and I'd like to get everyone's input on it. So, in regards to the idea that obey Allah, obey the Messenger, and those in authority amongst you, being time limited or being understood in a literal reading on the face of it, on a prima facie reading, as those in authority being those who were delegated authority by the Prophet, peace be upon him, in governorships and things of that nature, is that a problematic understanding? So I want to open that up for people.
Okay, who wants to go first? Abdullah, do you want to go in?
Go ahead.
And let's stay on topic, please. Stay on what he asked you guys.
Yeah, let's finish this topic, then we move on, because I wanted to quickly talk about, you know, the fight thing, and then, you know. But go on anyway, go on. Let's finish this one. Whoever wants to, Jacob, do you want to get in?
Who wants to jump in? Go ahead.
Can I speak, Saeed?
Yeah, go on, brother. You start then. 2 minutes. You got 2 minutes. Go on.
Okay. Listen, this is what I'm going to do real quick, right? So I'm here, right? I'm at Surah 16, Ayat 44. I'm going to read it, and I'm going to read what's in parentheses. Bismillah. With clear signs and books, we sent the messengers, and we have also sent down unto you, O Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, the reminder and the advice, the Quran, that you may explain clearly to men what is sent down to them, and that they may give thought.
Abdul, the man asked the question, not straight away, bro.
Stop, Akbar. You cutting into me. You messing up my time, brother. Stop. Yeah. Okay, now, this is the same chapter, the same surah, ayat 64. And we have not sent down the book, the Quran, to you, O Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, except that you may explain clearly unto them those things in which they differ, and as a guidance and a mercy for a folk who believe. Now, this is problematic for the so-called Quranists.
No,
because
it's not.
we want to stop, man.
Ahmed, let him finish, bro. Let him finish.
Stop, bro.
It's okay, Khala.
Okay, let him finish, bro. Let him finish, Ahmed.
Let him finish. It hasn't been even a minute.
Go on.
Yeah,
okay.
They keep jumping.
Bro,
Thank you.
Bro, I'll give you another 2 minutes exactly from now. 36 minutes now. 37, 38, you finish. Go
There are
on.
kangaroos out here.
Go on.
Thank you. Right, so this is very problematic for the so-called Quranists because they want to throw away the Sunnah of Rasulullah. They don't want to follow his example. They want to be carnal and follow their own subjective ways. You understand? So these two verses I read, they're crystal clear, and it solidifies that Rasulullah is here to what? Explain clearly to us the Quran that was sent down. This is exactly what these verses is talking about. And there's more verses. So the Quranists is hypocrites because they claim and they stand on the Quran, where it's clear in the Quran is telling us to look to Rasulullah as the example and follow the Sunnah, man. Stop playing games. I'm done.
So you're done with your 2 minutes, yeah? All right then. Who's next? Go on, brother Ahmed, or was it you wanted to? Who's interrupting? So you can get in now. Brother Ahmed, or was it Ahmed? Go on, bro.
Yeah.
So you got 2 minutes, bro. You got 2 minutes. Go on.
All right, cool. What I wanted to say was, the verse that Abdul is speaking about.
Remember, yeah, everybody. I just want to remind everyone, yeah. Let's do it with respect and like the nice,
Yeah, we're gonna keep it growing in class.
Yeah, in a nice way. Yeah, with the way our prophet taught us, let's go like that, bro. You know what I mean, everyone.
All right, cool. All right, Abdul, the explanation the conclusion and explanation that you had, where is it found?
I just read it. It's in the Quran. It's the word of your Lord, man.
No, I'm saying. So what is this? What is this explanation? Do you say?
You explain it. You the Quranist. You got all the information.
No, but what's your claim?
No, you go. Tell me what it is.
Okay. Oh, so you want me to tell you what it is?
No, but he's making a claim. No, he can't do that. He's making a claim that the Quran is saying.
No, Allah spoke. Allah spoke.
The Quran. Explain the Quran.
Allah spoke.
No. Now the question is, Brother Abdul, where is this explanation to be found? We're asking you. Make it clear. Go on. Where is this explanation to be found?
Listen. The hadith, listen, the Sunnah is recorded in the authentic hadith, man.
Hadith. Khalas. That's it. That's a simple question. That's it. All right, we'll move on.
So you're basically saying this verse is basically talking about how the hadith explains the Quran. Is that what you're saying?
No, the verse is saying Rasulullah was sent down to explain what was sent down. That's what Allah says. That's what Allah says.
I'm trying to follow you.
Okay. Do you agree with that?
No, I'm trying to follow you. How can I agree with you until I know I'm
No, do you follow Allah? Do you follow what Allah said?
Do you agree with that verse? Like you said with me, the authority part.
Do you agree with the verse?
I'm trying to understand you.
It's plain simple
No,
English.
do you agree with the verse?
What do you mean?
You don't
I agree with the verse.
Ya Allah, yeah, this is the dagger, brother.
You did the same thing with the authority, didn't you? Now when it's back on you.
You still wiggling like a worm. Look at him. He's squirming.
You agree with the plain.
My mic is loud.
Abdul, be careful. Yeah, you're screaming.
My mic is loud, bro. I'm not yelling at all.
All right.
That's me. My bad, Akhi. Go ahead, Akhi.
1 minute. 1 minute.
Yeah, go ahead. Let him speak.
Subhanallah, man.
Subhanallah.
Cool. All right. Just so I understand you, are you saying that the Prophet explains the Quran and we find that explanation in the hadiths? Is that what you're saying?
I'm saying what Allah said. I read the verse. That's it. That's all I'm saying.
No, I know you read the verse, but what's your...
Ziryab asked me a question. Wait a minute, Ahmed. Ziryab asked me a question, and I answered this question.
Okay, but
I said the Sunnah is recorded in the authentic hadith. I answered Ziryab's question.
Okay, I'm not Ziryab though, so you could easily just answer me. You don't need to get in your feelings about it. God damn.
No, I'm saying, bro, like, no, because you know, Ahmed, you know, you're a philosopher, man, an intellectual, right? So I'm trying to get on your level, you know?
Is he trying to be defensive?
Oh, that's what you do, huh?
All right, cool. Let's break this down. Okay. If kindly, would you kindly repeat the verse for me, please?
Wallahi, are you serious, bro?
Go on, Akhi, just do it, Akhi, just do it. Go on, clearly just do it.
Preferably without the parentheses, because that's
without the parentheses, please. Yeah.
Okay, no problem.
Slowly as well.
Brother Ziryab, I just want to quickly ask you before the brother does. Are you Quran only as well, or?
No.
Okay, all right, okay, no problem. Go on, bro. Go on, brother Abdullah.
Okay. This is Surah 16, Ayat 44. With clear signs and books, and we have also set down unto you the reminder and the advice that you may explain clearly to men what is sent down to them, and that they may give thought.
Okay.
All right.
All right.
And then his 64. His 64.
It's okay.
Okay, go ahead.
All right, cool. So basically, something is sent down onto the Prophet. Do we agree?
Of course.
The Quran, yeah.
And that's something which is sent down onto the Prophet. He's supposed to use to explain clearly to us.
Allah says, explain clearly.
Okay. So
that which was sent down, yeah.
Okay.
And now, Brother Abdul, you're saying that explanation is found in the hadith. Is that correct?
So
listen.
No, it's a simple yes or no question.
1 minute, man. Come on, I'm in the middle here. 1 second. So, and Abdul, so because obviously, the Prophet receives the Quran, right?
Mm-hmm. And he explains it clearly. Go on.
Do you mind, please? Okay, so the Prophet receives the Quran. Okay, now without the Quran, as human beings, are we lost?
Of course.
So without the Quran, we are lost.
Absolutely.
The Prophet has the Quran.
Go on.
So once the Prophet recites the Quran to us,
Yeah.
are we what's it called again? Not saved. I'm not going to use Christian lines. Are we on the straight path once he gives us the Quran?
It depends on who it is. If it's Ahmed, he's going to be a Qur'ani. He's not going to follow Rasulullah. He's going to say, I'm going to do my own way.
Can we not play games?
Zuriab going to do his own way.
Abdul, please. Let's not play
I'm answering your question.
Yeah, but that's some childish shit, man. Come on, cut it
No,
out.
it's not. Do you understand English?
Ahmed, don't swear, bro. Like I said, look.
Do you understand the point I'm making, Ahmed? You do. You're not dumb.
No, I'm trying to give, oh my God, Abdul. Like, you don't need to make this about me, bro. Come on, cut it out. Simple question.
You getting at me, brother. Come on, man.
Abdul.
Can I say you tried to trap him when you said that only...
Just two-way show, guys. Calm down and just let's get it.
Yeah. Let's keep it calm.
Let's open it
Ahmed is my brother.
Keep it moving.
Very simple. Very simple.
Guys need to watch this.
Without the Quran, without the Quran.
Okay, Said, I hear you.
Without the Quran, we are lost. We agree on that, yeah?
Sure.
The Prophet is the one that receives the Quran.
Yes.
Yes. Yeah.
Guidance is explanation of life.
And who explains the Quran?
And he gives us the Quran. The Quran is the explanation of life.
No, Allah says he explains it clearly.
No.
It says he explains what was sent down. So what was sent
exactly.
down?
Exactly.
Listen,
you understand English, Ahmed?
Okay, let Ahmed finish.
I'm trying to respond. Listen. The Prophet is the one that explains it because the Quran comes out of his mouth. His mouth.
Duh.
Exactly.
So where's the explanation?
So listen.
Because is the Quran the words of the Prophet? Is that what you're saying?
Watch yourself, bro.
Oh my God. So listen. So listen. To say that the Quran is an explanation and the Prophet is giving you the explanation is correct. There's nothing incorrect about that.
So there's a problem. There's a problem, Akhi. Can I say why? Because now you're saying what the Prophet said with his own lips is part of the Quran. So are other people correct when they say Muhammad revealed some of the Quran himself? So it's from his own words.
No.
There you go. There's your problem.
No.
That's the big problem.
Yo. Can we open this up a little bit?
Go ahead, open it up.
You're mixing speech and revelation. Separate the two.
But you're saying
let me talk for like 2 minutes, bro.
Go ahead, Akhi.
Bro, I'll pass it to Ziria. But listen, don't be dumb. There's a difference between speech and revelation. For example, the Quran, you could say, is the speech of Allah, is the speech of the Prophet, but the words of Allah. Do you understand?
The speech of the Prophet.
The speech of the Prophet, but the words of Allah, the revelation of Allah, the inspiration of Allah. But
explain further, Akhi. So I know what you're trying to get at.
Speech, the spoken words of the Prophet, but the words of Allah.
So is it also the spoken words of Jibreel also? The speech of Jibreel. You hear what you're saying, right? Pay attention to what the word you're using. You're saying it's the speech of Allah.
Listen. Stop being emotional.
I'm not being emotional, Akhi.
Whose mouth?
I'm analyzing.
Okay, listen.
I'm analyzing what you're saying.
Guys need to watch themselves, bro.
Whose mouth?
Say
Whose mouth did the Quran come from?
It came from through Jibreel to the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala.
Why are you playing games? Listen to what I said. Mouth. Do you understand mouth? Whose mouth?
Yes, I understand mouth. But
answer me, then give me a straightforward
answer.
Akhi,
did it not? Akhi, am I lying? Is anybody can vouch for me? Am I lying when I said that?
Did the Hazrat Jibreel alayhi salam say it through her mouth, or was it implanted into the hearts?
Through the what? Through the mouth or through the hearts? Akhi, I'm saying it was revealed through Jibreel.
How was it revealed from him? Sorry.
Through Jibrail's speech. Did he not used to speak?
Was it through speech?
Speak through his speech? Did he not have speech?
Do you know that?
Yes, this is what is implied. How else would he reveal it?
Is it okay? One sec.
So basically,
did he not say in the Quran? It's not.
It's a whole conversation I'm having with some dude that only thinks of his school of thought.
But Akhi, but you want to go the philosophy route, so I'm going the same route as you.
No. I don't want to go to philosophy routes. I want to go with facts, that which you know.
That's what you're saying, facts. But then when you're saying it's through the speech of Allah, the speech of Muhammad, you said the speech of Muhammad. Now I'm questioning.
What are you? What? Listen. What are you?
Bro, I think you're getting emotional, to be honest. Like when I respond to you, get angry.
No, I'm just getting a bit.
All right, brother Ahmed.
Relax, Akhi. I'm just questioning you.
Everyone be quiet for a minute, Akhi. Everyone be quiet for a minute, because you know what? It looks like this topic.
With simple English, bro.
This topic.
But Akhi, he flopped. He said the speech of Allah and the speech of Muhammad. So then I'm questioning what does he mean by that?
The words. Listen.
You flopped, Akhi.
Listen. Listen. The words of Allah. The words, they belong to Allah. The speech of the Prophet. Comprende now?
The speech of the Prophet. So that's why I said it's also the speech of Jibreel, because it came from Jibreel. Jibreel revealed. Can I finish, Akhi?
Ahmed. Let Brother Abdullah finish. Let him just come out.
You really,
I don't understand why.
Akhi, but you get emotional very quick.
Brother Ahmed, you know what it is, Akhi?
I'm not getting emotional. I'm just saying.
But you're interrupting me before I can finish a word. You interrupt me.
We're discussing one thing and you're going over to something else.
Ahmed, another thing, Akhi.
I didn't change the subject. I didn't change the subject.
Ahmed,
go ahead.
For example, I say one simple sentence to you. One simple sentence, which is the words of Allah, the speech, it came out of the mouth of the Prophet, and you're like, yeah, but it also came out of the mouth of Jibreel. Who asked you that? No, but who asked you? Is that in dispute? Why bring that up?
I'm bringing it up to clarify that it was also part of it.
Discussing something here. Can you not pay attention to what
Akhi, because when you say something, it should be expounded upon, correct?
All right, Jibreel, over to you, man. Ziryad, over to you.
Subhanallah.
Abdullah, let's because this topic is getting nowhere. It's just like step
by step.
You know when you bring a point,
I'm trying to go step by step, but it's impossible.
But what it is, you have to
but you get emotional.
One's opinion, whatever. If you don't agree with man's opinion, you need to let their opinion out. If you don't agree with it, just say, okay, brother, I don't agree with it. You don't have to, like
Somalians are too aggressive, man.
Yeah.
I'm not Somalian, by the way.
It's not. Listen. It's not a matter of aggressive. It's not a matter.
Raza. I'm Somalian.
If you and I are discussing football, don't say basketball. That's just stupid. We're discussing football, and you're like, oh, guess what?
Yeah, no, sorry. I advise you to take this off air, man. No,
why would you say that?
You let these Shias on the panel, though.
Okay, guys, that's a good point. Yeah, one thing I need to know, brother Abdullah.
Raza, am I lying though, Raza?
Okay, brother, hold on.
No.
Guys. Everybody, brothers, can you hear me? Everybody, be quiet for 1 minute. Brothers, please be quiet for 1 minute. Brother Abdullah, can you just say what you're on? Are you like Quran? Because the people in the live chat want to know who's Quran and Sunnah, and who's Quran only. So, brother Abdullah, you start off. What are you on? Quickly.
Quran and Sunnah all day, man.
Abdullah,
the American Abdullah. The other brother Abdullah.
Both American.
Both American brothers and Quran and Sunnah. Brother Ahmed, what you on?
Okay, Ahmed.
What am I on?
Yeah.
Question, bro. You know me, man.
Nah, wallahi, actually, this is my first time. Actually, I think we on the panel like this with you guys. But go on, just quickly. What it is,
like, this is my first and last. This is my first and last.
I only deal with the message.
So basically, you're Quran only, yeah? Just,
I deal with the message. No. I deal with the message the messenger brought. If you deal with another man's message, that's up to you.
But you don't deal with the messenger. Yeah.
Okay. All right. So we get your Quran only. What about brother Jacob?
Allah, I've got to counteract that because it drives me nuts. Bro. Listen.
Abdullah,
how is it possible to accept the messenger's message yet reject him? Is that possible? I want to know how you guys come to this conclusion that it's possible to accept the messenger's.
Take this fair, man.
Yeah, you know what? Because I want to change the subject because this subject is going nowhere. It's getting dead. This one's like getting dead. Like,
wait. I want him to answer that. How is that possible? I want to know how that's done.
It's possible to just.
Yeah, Abdullah, you know what, Akhi? I think this. Go and do a short answer and just drop this for now because I really don't want to.
Go ahead, Abdullah.
Yeah, okay. Okay, Ahmed, you want me to answer?
Abdullah,
okay.
give your opinion and your answer.
Big up
Your
the Sufi
opinion.
grave worshippers.
No, it's so it's possible to accept his message, but to not accept what he says as part of, because into what you're saying, you accept the revelation, but you don't accept that what he said or what people say that he said as is a part of what he said. But basically, what I'm saying is, if you accept the revelation, you have to also accept his explanation. Now you're saying in the verse itself. Akhi, let me finish. Akhi, la hawla.
Ahmed, let me just finish. Akhi, you asked me let me finish properly.
Yeah, bro, you can't keep jumping in like you can't hold yourself down.
Ahmed, you give your answer and let's finish this,
bro,
because I'm not having this topic no more, bro. Because I mean, this is too much.
It's child. All right, look. So look. Yeah. So what the thing is, when you use the verse before, you said okay, it's plain English. The problem with your I'll be finished. I'll be quick. Yeah. You told me the same thing with the verse on authority. You said when you read that sentence plain in English, it tells you something, right? So when I throw it back on you now, when you read that plain and simple in English, it says the prophet explains what was sent down to him. He says he explains what was sent down. What was sent down in the Quran? What does he explain? In the Quran, we just read to you, my brother. Come on,
English. Anyway, guys, you know what?
End it, bro. It's not gonna
Abdullah, you said your point. You said your point. Where you on?
I read the Quran, bro. And, you don't like the Quran?
No, why? What's the need? I need to say this.
Look. Watch yourself.
Hey, this is gonna go on. This is
yo, both of you guys, relax.
Let's change the topic. You guys can't fucking.
Yeah, yo, listen. There has to be some respect, yeah, to have this difference.
Because I'm not liking this, guys. Because everyone in their life
Said's about to cry.
Ahmed, can I say, Ahmed, I respect your difference of opinion. I hope you respect mine. Inshallah, we can have a different. We can have a conversation about this.
We can have this. We can have inshallah, this another time. Okay? We'll have this one another time.
I'm cool with you, but I don't respect your opinion.
That's no problem.
That's not. That's not the.
So go on, brother. Was it
no,
Jacob?
I'm cool with you. There's nothing wrong. I don't have any issue with you.
Oh, you don't respect my. Hold on, no worries.
But this
Abdullah, drop it, akhi.
Yo, Ahmed, jam. Though. What I'm saying is there has to be this level of adab, right? Yeah. Where we understand that the other person's coming with an opinion. Okay, yes, you disagree with it, but after that, it's cool, innit?
That's it.
You have your evidence. He has his evidence.
No, I had a good talks with Ahmed before. I think he was on this panel before, so he knows me. We had good talks, man. We don't beef between us. We're just talking.
Why are people acting like we're having problems? We're cool.
Yeah, man, he's good, man. It's
all right. Anyway, listen, guys.
It's a Somalian thing. It's Somalian
the
thing.
Moderator, guys. Guys, brothers.
Razan, if you call me Somali, I'm gonna call you Iranian. You get me?
Sons of Mutta.
Listen, yeah. And remember, yeah.
Sons of Mutta.
Guys, always respect the moderator as well, yeah. So calm down. Let's get the ego
respect
and
Saeed, man.
Down. You know what I mean? Respect me, man.
Put some respect on it.
The Don, man. You know what I mean?
Respect on his name.
And let's get on these Islamophobes then.
Yeah. So basically, let's start on the Islamophobe thing. What I was talking about.
I think we should get on Rosa.
You shut up.
No, you don't.
You know what? Nah. Actually, hold on. I got one more, bro. I'm not done.
Uncle, you're never done, man.
Furthermore, no. Well, okay. Check this out, yeah. Give me just this one, and that's it. I'll stop.
The one Sunnah. That was a good question. Could we go start? Could we do with that one? The one Sunnah.
Bro, I've already gave him one Sunnah, man.
I feel like I'm on Jeopardy.
Deal with
Give me something and I'll be quiet. That's what he's been doing.
Deal with this question and that's it. I will never go.
Actually, but you don't give your statements. You just give questions on every person. If you notice, guys, you notice him. He'll ask you a question. That's the philosophy thing. He'll ask you a question. Hey, what about this? Can you answer instead of me answering? And then I'll catch you on your answer. That's what you've been doing, Raza. You caught me. You caught me, brother.
All right. Whatever the hell that was. But listen,
Raza caught you because look, he sees it himself. Because with Abdul, you did it. You instead of giving your statement, you would ask Abdul to answer.
Okay, yo, hang on, you guys, man. Let me have a crack at this, man. You guys are going in circles. Okay. So look, this is what I would say, Ahmed.
And remember, Abdullah, when I told you when one person talks for too long, people get bored in the live chat. Do you remember?
Yeah.
Remember that.
Go ahead. Somebody else answer them.
All right. So. Firstly, I'm going to lay down the premise here of why I reckon that you should need some sort of hadith, okay? So what I'm going to say is that due to the Quran being concise, if we want to get the deep significance that should be interpreted, we need reference to other facts, such as hadith and historical events. Okay, so now I'll give you an example of what a sunnah is of the Prophet, yeah? Peace be upon him and his family. So an example of that would be the fact that he used to pray a lot, the fact that he used to fast a lot. These are him leading by examples. Then, to get the intricacies was, how many rakats did he pray? What times did he pray? Did he combine them? How did he do them? What was the method?
All of that is in the Quran.
Is it though?
Is it?
So, how many namaz are there?
How many what?
How many namaz are there in one day?
There's three namaz and an extra in the Quran.
Cool. So
How do you pray?
Is the vast majority of...
How do you pray? Fasting consists of standing, bowing, and prostrating. Acting like it's a big deal.
So, how many rakat are there? How many rakat are there per namaz?
How many rakats?
Yeah.
Okay, so when you ask that question, who has the authority of how many rakats there should be? The Quran or outside of the Quran?
Allah has the authority.
Allah has the authority, right? Okay, then I need you to tell me how many rakats is there in the Quran.
Why do I need to tell you from the Quran? Where do you get this condition that it has to be from the Quran only?
Raza, you can't.
Because the authority. listen.
You can't. I told you.
Because the authority is in the Quran.
No, show me where. Show me where you get this premise from.
Muslim Jeopardy.
Huh?
Hang on, bro. Where do you get this premise from that you get this from? Yep.
So hold on. Where do I get the authority that the authority is the Quran? A bit strange. I thought the message was the Quran.
No, that is the message, but who explained the message? Whose tongue revealed? Who gave bayan to the message?
Cool.
Who gave bayan to the message?
Let me respond to you. When you say who explained the message, that would necessitate that the message needs explaining. So you're making that claim. Tell me which part of the message needs explaining.
Okay, so isn't there a verse in the Quran which talks about that when the message is being revealed, ask those questions that you need answer, and it will be explained to you while the Quran is being compiled.
If you're
that verse there, and it will be made plain to you. Does that verse not exist?
You're just throwing random ideas out right now. Bring the verse.
Oh, you want the verse? Yeah. All right, give me 2 seconds.
Hey man, Ahmed mastered this argument, bro. He's become that Fudan. He's mastered it. You should have banged him when he was early. Should have got to you when you were early, bro.
I'm telling you, there's no way out.
Who's singing songs, bro?
And when we throw the numbers in, it's a whole different kettle of fish. You see when we break down the numbers of how many actual narrations supposedly explain the Quran, it's over.
Oh, Ziria, I was gonna go to that one next. That was the killer one. The killer one that I was going to ask them with, was 1, give me a verse that needs explanation, and 2, how many verses of the Quran needs explanation, and give me those.
Okay, can I ask Brother Ahmed a question?
Can I nominate Joe?
Another question, real quick.
Can we get the shit to answer? Can we get the shit to answer?
Joe, go on, Joe.
Yeah, I want Joe to answer this, man. Joe's the imam. I think Joe is the imam.
Brother Ahmed, ask you a question real quick.
There you go.
Yo, Brother Ahmed, can I ask you a question real quick?
Filthy Shia.
Since you're a Quranist, are you trying to say that anyone can draw their personal interpretation of the Quran? So you don't need a second party to let's say an authority figure to either give us the interpretation. So are you saying that when you read the Quran, whatever way it speaks to you, take it as that?
The Quran is a message sent to mankind. So
yeah, so
you do realize,
but you know
Tell him to
that
wait.
when
What it
you read
is,
the Quran,
I'm gonna end this subject in 5 minutes. The Quran and Sunnah thing is gonna stop.
Watch yourself wants to join, guys.
So what I was saying.
So if the brothers that when we talk about the fight, if the brothers who don't want to talk about it, they can jump up. Then Brother Mujahid come on or whatever. But go on,
Brother Mujahid wants to talk about this stuff. I don't think he cares about the fight.
No. This subject is enough, man. Enough. It's like no one's like I'm the mod here. I'm saying calm down, everyone. No one's listening, man. It's like they're like, you know what I mean, trying to take over. But go on anyway. Finish it, bro. What you was saying. Go on.
So basically, my question.
Yeah, go on, brother. Right. Go on.
My question was to Brother Ahmed. So, are you trying to say that when you read the Quran and then you anyone can draw their interpretation from it, because you know that when people go on to read any text, they obviously have some certain biases that when they read it, they are taking their own and drawing their own interpretation and their own meaning to it. So, are you trying to say that you should leave it open for anyone to interpret the Quran the way they want to, or are you trying to say that we should? What are you trying to say? Should we take the Quran literally?
What I'm trying to say, what I'm trying to say is Allah has responded to the very question that you're asking me in the Quran. That through this Quran, He will guide some and He will lead astray some. So evidently, people are supposed to read sincerely.
Okay, so when people
and Allah will guide those who wishes.
So when people read this book sincerely and they draw up their own conclusion, is that accepted unto Allah?
Is that accepted on the Quran? What does that mean?
Is that accepted onto Allah? So, for example, if I read the Quran, and let's say I'm a non-believer and I read the Quran and I want to become a believer, and then I read a part of the Quran and I take that as take that into my own interpretation, is that accepted? What's the standard of knowledge to where everybody agrees on a specific basis of the Quran?
You are responsible for your own actions and your own ideas and your own interpretations. The message is as it is.
So it's spoken to.
You're not going to be spoon-fed the message.
So are you trying to say that? So are you trying to say that the message in the Quran is spoken to anyone that reads the message in the Quran is spoken to them individually?
Yes, it's sent. The message is sent to mankind, everybody.
So anybody can draw their own interpretation based on their own subjective or objective way.
You keep on.
No, I just want to understand your standing on it. I don't want to put words in my mouth. That's why I want you to answer the questions.
All right.
I can have a rendezvous.
Again, this message is sent to mankind. That's it. And
so you gotta ask.
It's not sent to a set of hierarchies. It's sent to mankind.
100. So you are definitely. So you would say that anyone draws their own interpretation by that individually.
You keep saying drawing your own interpretation. That I don't know why you.
Because the reason why I'm saying this,
the reason we be united as a ummah.
The reason why I'm saying this, actually to Brother Abdullah's question, that if every man is drawing their own interpretation and their own meaning from the Quran when they read the Quran and it speaks to them, how are you supposed to be united as an ummah?
Exactly.
That's exactly the question I was asking.
Why do you seem to think that unity is a necessity or a must?
No.
Hold on to the rope of Allah and become separated.
Ahmed, you'll be shocked. You'll be shocked and surprised that I actually agree on certain points of what you're saying. But what I'm saying is that this idea that we have today in Islam, that we need to be agreed on a specific subject or a specific book or a specific ideology. But what I'm saying is this, that. How is that meant to be? How are we supposed to function as ummah and function properly if we have different people drawing different conclusions? That's what I'm saying.
Okay, what is this ummah word, and why do you think we need to be in it?
Then 100. I do believe that in the Quran talks about being your brother's keeper, basically. In short. So I think maybe you're coming from a perspective.
No, but
maybe you're coming on this. Wait, hold on. So
when
maybe
you say your brother's keeper, is it talk? I'm sure there is there's reasons and circumstances.
100. That's what I'm saying that. So that's what I'm saying that. So basically, all you need to do is to be
all you need to do is
to worship one creator.
Do good deeds. That's what you need.
Exactly. Okay. To be honest, the craziest thing is I actually agree with you, to some extent.
See, put it this way. Put it this way. Let me cut the long story short. The whole issue that people have with the Quran is because it does not give them a religion. I'm gonna be straight with you. It gives them a faith. It gives them a simple faith. It doesn't give them a structural religion, which the Hadith tends to give them. Do two times this. Do 3 times that. Do 2 times this. Walk in with your right hand. Walk out with your left foot. You understand what I'm saying to you? Circumambulate 7 times. It gives them that structure. Let me finish, please. It gives them that structure where they might feel, oh, this is a religion and we're all doing the same thing.
Yeah, I agree with you, Tom.
However, when it comes to the Quran, when it comes to fasting, it does say 30 days.
Yeah, but to agree,
let me finish, please, man. When it comes to fasting, it does say 30 days. However, when it comes to salah and when it comes to raka'ah, it gives the minimum. It doesn't give a maximum. It gives the minimum of 1 raka'ah in times of danger, but it doesn't give a maximum, because think about it. Why should there be a maximum of how often you want to pray to your maker? Don't be silly. The whole issue that people have is because the Quran does not give them a religion, and it doesn't give them a clergy, and it does not give them a clergyman, which allows them to control a bunch of sheep. That's the whole issue they have with Quran.
Yeah, to some extent, I get your argument. I really do. But I get your argument.
Just a quick thing before I think, Raz. Ahmed asked a couple of questions. Can I just quickly nominate Joe? Joe, if you're up for it, just in regards to a specific thing that you could think of, Joe, that you would need the Sunnah for, that you wouldn't be able to get from the Quran explicitly by itself. Just something, if you can think of it on top of your head, Joe. If you can't, we'll come back to it at a later time.
Hang on, dance.
I'm not going to entertain this question, to be honest.
Too much, yeah?
Yeah, I'm not going to entertain it. It's been going on for 50 minutes and without a
Fair enough.
Yeah, let's plan on ending this, guys, and change the topic, yeah? Because it's getting a bit boring as well, this one. Like,
what you man think about the Conor McGregor fight versus?
That's the one. That's it. Let's get on to that.
He's chilling. He's chilling in Jahannam.
Hamburger.
So listen, guys.
Chilling in Jahannam, bro.
So
where's the brother from Toxistan or something? What's it called? The place where the brother's from.
When is the fight? Sunday night, yeah?
Yeah, it's Sunday night. Why does the Muslim brother support Conor instead of
Joe made a very good point about. Joe made a good point about, like, as a Muslim, what does that mean you have to support the Muslim guy because this is not really a religious type of war, is it? It's just
bro. When it comes to like fighting, I always side with the Muslim. Like, I don't know what it is, bro.
Maybe it's like a natural Muslim inclination, but is that?
Yeah, but
how about Ali, right?
No, I'm with the Muslims for life, innit? No matter what.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is,
are the Muslims with you though? That's the question, Said.
Like, but that's not like this. Like you man are taking this, then you man are taking it to the next level. Like, this isn't war. Like, this is entertainment.
What if he was a Shia Muslim? How would the Sunnis would we?
Then they would say make sure he goes Jahannam.
No. He needs to, yeah.
They'll say now we know that the other person definitely has to win.
But it's not
Shias.
Can I say it has nothing to do with the guy being Muslim, really, because if he wasn't a Muslim and Conor McGregor still said that stuff about Islam, randomly to like a regular person.
What did he say?
I would still support the regular non-Muslim to defeat Conor McGregor.
Conor McGregor's he's always outspoken like that, though.
But what did he say? What did he say about Islam?
What did he say about Islam?
Common stereotype, really. The stereotype for words he used against us. You Muslim this, whatever. Terrorist, all that common stereotype that you hear.
But that's his character though. Like if that was a black guy, he would have said the same. Like he probably said that. Look at what he was saying to Floyd Mayweather.
It's the cheekiness. It's like he has the nerve to go that below the belt. So that's why.
But that's why the reason why I didn't draw a lot of offense to it is also because he's like that. Like if you see the way he was calling bloody Floyd Mayweather monkey and stuff like that, like.
No. I didn't.
This guy's crazy.
I didn't draw offense. I wasn't offended. I didn't care. I personally didn't care. I wasn't offended. It's just I would like to see his face get smashed. That's all. It seems nice. It seems fitting for somebody who can say a lot of stuff.
Yeah, talk so much ish.
Yeah, and because people used to back then, like Muhammad Ali's time, they used to talk trash, but it was a lot. It was a lot more organized. It was a lot more organized and different. It had more decorum.
But let's be honest.
Does anyone want to go? Ziryab wants to come in.
Go ahead.
The Muhammad Ali trash talk. The Muhammad Ali trash talk back then, it was just like, I'm gonna sting you like a bee. Like, it wasn't I'm gonna do this to your wife and all this.
No, but Raz, when Muhammad Ali went against was the famous guy that he went against, man? The other guy. Foreman. And did you notice he was mocking him, saying you're this type of black guy. Remember, he went personal, bro.
He called him a mummy. Yeah, he said you swing like
proper personal with his the way he was, like, you're this type of black guy, you're this type of black guy. So it can get quite personal at times, but it's just all.
But then they became best friends after. But the problem is that certain people you can see like they go a certain route
and you know they use their phrases or psychological phrases, you know, in order to get to your head. But the problem, there's a difference between people. There's a difference between people. Like Conor McGregor is different, and Floyd Mayweather was different than what Muhammad Ali.
Yeah, the reason why
the
reason why I support Conor, yeah, is because my man grew up like near my auntie's house, innit? So like I remember when this guy was like, you know, like going to the gym like broke and on the dole and stuff as well. So like it's just complicated, man. You know, you get me?
Yo, Saeed, you know that studio? Is that, you know, that Salam studio? Is that the studio you were talking about?
What do you mean? What do you mean about? We're talking about what?
I remember you were saying that you were helping set up a studio. Was that the studio you're talking about? The Salam one?
Yeah, that's Ali Dawa, that one, yeah.
Are you part of that as well?
I said, yeah, I helped them, whatever, yeah, part of it, yeah.
Saeed is Salam.
Bal.
Did they hire that space out as well?
Bal.
Huh?
We'll hire it out.
Yeah. I'll talk to you privately, bro. I don't want to talk a lot of things here.
Yeah, let's not do that.
Right?
Yeah, cool.
Mohib.
Yeah, bro. Yeah, yes, sis.
Are you there?
I see or no.
Bal.
The rap thing, man.
that really got, like, it was really awkward for Mo. He was like,
I know.
Yeah, so listen, so who's watching the fight then? And do you know anywhere, like, any
whose house am I coming to watch it in, bro? I'm not paying for that.
That's what I'm saying. Anyone know any streams?
Man needs a location, bro.
I'm not gonna lie.
Everyone go Ahmed's house.
Certain man don't trust, bro.
But I'm not gonna lie, yeah. Lads, I'm not gonna lie. Lads, I'm not gonna lie, yeah. Lads, I'm not gonna lie, yeah. The brother looks a bit shook. I'm not gonna lie, the brother looks a bit shook still.
Oh,
let's be honest here. When he was talking about his dad and how he would have stabbed the president of the Republic of Chechnya, like and all that, man, the guy would looked a bit shook still.
Well, you think Conor McGregor got in his head?
Yeah, man. Did you not see his face? He's like, what do you mean? He didn't have anything to say back.
Bal.
You know what?
Get me?
Yeah, he hates.
He's not good at comebacks.
Trust me.
Maybe it's because of the English. Maybe it's because of the English.
Yeah, trust me.
Maybe it's because of the English. But my guy will look.
He just want to mash his face up. Trust me.
Bro,
I mean, man,
Khabib's gonna. I think Khabib. If Khabib gets past, say, the first 2 rounds, he gasses out. You know, Conor McGregor completely loses. He's got no stamina. So the first 2 rounds, all he has to do is like just relax, do his thing. And as soon as the first 2 rounds is over, the guy's done.
But Khabib,
I can't wait to watch this football match.
But Khabib was like wrestling bears since he was like 7.
You believe that?
Yeah, what are we doing? Is it a late night one? Is it like 1 o'clock?
Whenever it leads to, bro. It's like nearly 1 anyway.
Wait, it's 1.
Hey, Rasta.
Yo.
What side you have? Yeah.
I want you to go to Speaker's Corner and blast out Steve, the atheist, what's it called? EDL one. Because that that guy, somebody needs to blast him out.
Yeah, you just need to ride him.
You know, I disagree with Modine and stuff. I disagree with him, but I appreciate Modine and with the way he talks like that.
Modine goes, did you learn it from Dexter's laboratory?
Yeah, that was funny. I ain't gonna lie. But no, he needs to get blasted. Somebody needs to blast that guy.
Steve, the one that like.
Yeah, he's sitting too comfortable. Yeah, he needs to get routed up. Yeah, he needs to get routed up. I want somebody to expose him, man.
He needs to get cooked. I need to cook him.
Conor McGregor had Khabib waiting, man. Like the disrespect, bro. Yo, Khabib better knock him out.
The fight they had, the coach thing. Conor McGregor attacked the coach. I'm trying to find it. Hold on.
Yo, man,
today he made him wait. Did you see today the thing he was making him wait?
It's disrespect, man. It's disrespect. Like this what I'm saying. Conor, like us Irish people, yeah. Look, hold on, lads, yeah. Us Irish people, yeah, we're pricks, yeah, and we know how to get into people's head, especially in bar fights, yeah. If you ever see an Irish lad like talking slick, yeah,
sound like a certain pigeon when you said that.
Don't say no, yeah, because I'm telling you, man.
Yo, man, like Saeed's on 2 channels, you know what?
They get into the head, man.
What's happening? Is Raj here? I can hear Raj.
Man.
So far, stop riding Raj so hard. Leave him alone.
Huh? Apparently, he made a video today. Apparently, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, bro. He mentioned YouTube. Oh yeah.
What's the deal? What about?
Martis now.
It's too much.
You know what? Yeah, guys.
So
I don't want to even talk about this guy because look at this guy. Yeah.
No, don't say his name.
Yeah, no, I'm not gonna mention his name because look, I'm talking about it because he guys messed it up. I had the pigeon noise for some reason.
Yeah. If you buy
quickly on this, yeah. Look, my man is so obsessed with Speaker's Corner. Yeah, it's like Sunday. He lives for Sundays. Nothing else to do. You know what I mean? Nothing else to do. You know what I mean? Only Speaker's Corner, Speaker's Corner, Speaker's Corner. People have to work. We got life, man. Get on with your life. You know what I mean? You think I'm gonna make? He thinks probably I'm gonna make another video about him. No, man. I don't have time for the pigeons, man. As if.
Yeah, I think last week he was like kind of blanked a lot. Although there's a lot of people still there, I think they're learning.
Unfortunately.
No, he wet his panties when he saw Jedi.
Well, you know it's Jedi just cooked him, innit?
Yeah, his butt hurt. His butt hurt. But you know what it is, yeah? If we Muslims, what it is, we Muslims, yeah, some so-called Muslims are all over his channel, yeah, backing it. Basically, why even on that? Why even on that? Watching that?
What, Muslims are backing him?
Bro, there's some Muslims. Listen to this, bro. Yeah, listen to this. There are Muslims who basically they don't even know me. They hate me. They hate me. Yeah, jealous. They hate me. They doubt my intentions. Everything. And what they say was, basically they're saying I rather back Raj and I'm with Raj and stuff like that. They're Muslims and they come at me. They come at me being friendly with. They say,
"Oh, why are you so friendly with funny,
huh?"
If you put him on the stage, you'd be quite funny.
No. Like I said, I'm
done. I already told man to be a comedian, man.
Yeah, they'll laugh him off the stage.
I'm done with this.
The pigeon.
They'll laugh him off the stage.
I'm not gonna reveal my moves. Do you understand? Whatever I'm gonna do, yeah.
He's a beautiful man. He's a beautiful man.
Sexy Raj.
It's gonna be like a legal thing, you know. That's it.
The thing is, yeah, when Raj is alone, yeah, and he's like, you know,
he's sexy.
He's a normal guy, like he's not
when
like
he's alone, yeah. When he's alone, yeah, his fake side comes out because he's thinking shit.
So you're trying to trap him. He's trying to trap him.
He's scared. That's why.
That way he comes out.
Bro, he has crossed the line, yeah. He has crossed the line.
I say that. Have you seen the impression he does of you?
I'm not the perfect representation. I'm not the perfect representation of Sikhism, yeah.
Okay, yo. Let's forget the personalities. Let's talk about the concept.
Yeah. Let's talk about.
Forget the personalities.
I just feel a bit uncomfortable with a Shia being on the panel.
No.
So can you just get rid of him, please?
Get used to it, man. I got here first.
You have multiple though.
Look at him. He's wearing half in the carb on the bottom of his face. Get rid of him.
Hey, sorry, are you actually gonna put this live, bro? You know you're gonna have to take this video down, innit?
Nah, leave it, bro. Leave it. Jokes, bro.
This has been a good discussion. I like it.
Bro, we went in circles for like an hour.
Guys, it doesn't have to be everything structured and whatnot. It's unscripted.
Young Muslims Network. You know, Saeed's like I lost control. Saeed's like I lost control, so I'm gonna style it out by saying it doesn't have to be structured.
Mohib.
It's a Muslim network.
Yo, Mohib.
Listen, man. When I come with my show, yeah, it's over. Saeed's gonna be good, man.
Saeed's gonna start busting balls.
Zahra Ali has it in for you, bro.
For who? For Mohib?
Who is that Zahra Ali?
That's our waist. She's Sia's side chick, basically.
Is she cool with Sia?
Mohib, you ugly. What's the wait?
Bruh,
Zahra, why you even got
She's got such a beautiful name, man. Why is she cool with Sia for?
Why are you saying you ugly, fugly, pink hair? Listen, Mohib, are you like in a jokey tones with her, or is this a rude?
No,
but bro, like even when I went into your chat, yeah, all of them mans were calling me kuffar in 10 different ways, bro.
Who's all of them? Who's all of them? Who's all of them?
Listen, look, she's still cussing him. Get rid of her.
Who's all of them?
Wait, hold on. Are we live now? Yeah.
Yes, we are. Yeah.
We're live.
Yeah, we're live.
What's your Saeed? What's your channel called, man?
The young. Hold on, I'll show you 1 minute, bro. Can you see the screen? 1 minute, I'll put it in the screen.
Let me subscribe, man.
And you subscribe to the OSCC Dawa one, the main one.
I wanna subscribe to your gaming channel.
My gaming
yeah, same.
What game do you play?
I'll show you guys. Hold on, I'll show you guys.
Football Manager, fam. Let's do it.
I need Diva's little laptop.
Spend the whole night. Come on, let's do it.
Can you see the screen, bro?
Yo, Saeed, you know what you should do, bro? You should do online chat, and sit there and say, Raj, I challenge you.
Bro, take this.
Bro, take this Zara off. I can't block.
This one here, yeah. TYMN, and they should hashtag Saeed. It'll come up.
TYMM.
TYM. Tesco Yankee Mother November.
What?
He's killing it.
Oh. I thought he was being rude.
Can I ask in your accents, what is numpty?
Numpty.
We don't have that word.
Numpty's like someone
just
dumb,
an idiot.
like dumb.
Oh, an idiot, really?
Yeah.
Basically,
it just means
Zahra
what
Ali.
it sounds like it. Oh, is that?
What? Say this. Zahra Ali with Sia.
Yeah. Sia's
Isn't she a mod on the channel?
You numpty.
She's Zahra Ali is basically Sia's right hand man.
And this is
Saeed, why'd you always wear glasses, bro?
That's why she's
you don't have
attacking
eyes.
Mohib for no reason.
Say this.
My eyes are thingy, bro. My eyes are really sensitive. My eyes water a
Yes.
lot. You know when it's hit the light. I got very sensitive eyes.
Yeah, look. Say if they're saying something wrong, just ignore them. You heard me? Just ignore them. Don't worry about it. Huh?
That's my gaming channel. Raza, if you want to sign up, mate, sign up.
Wait,
So what do you play on?
What games you playing?
I mainly play COD and shoot 'em up games. Look at the title of this, bro. Look at the title of this.
Are games halal or haram?
Jihadi.
Shoot 'em dead.
I bet you that's what they say on their channel. Jihadi, look, he's playing gaming channel. Jihadi.
Oh, bro, I get attacked for playing PlayStation, bro. Wallahi, bro.
No way, they really do that.
Oh yeah, man. Some people want to make halal haram. Wallahi. You know what I mean?
Well, you shouldn't be imitating the kuffar anyway, so.
There you go.
I'm drinking coffee. Don't imitate the kuffar.
That's what you're doing.
Sitting down,
yeah.
don't imitate the kuffar.
You know?
Everything, yeah, that's extremist
If
people.
Saeed wasn't my cousin, I'd make takfir on him, 100%.
I'll make the fit on my head.
Yo.
So you know what? Inshallah,
Just kidding.
Khabib's gonna teach Conor a lesson, and he does a proper lesson and humbles him down. He goes, I'm gonna humble him. I'm gonna humble him down. You know, he's gonna humble Mr. Conor.
Yeah, it's a win-win. If he loses, it'll humble him. If he,
You know what? Yeah, but he's saying it in a humble way as well, because he's saying, look, inshallah, you know, like not like the other guy. Like I'm God.
What
you know,
do you
the other guy
guys
called himself God and stuff, man.
What do you guys think of Khabib's manager Ali Abdul Aziz and what occurred with him during 9/11?
The Egyptian guy, the Egyptian one, yeah.
Yes.
What happened in 9/11?
Yeah, he's bit suspect, bro. I heard he's bit suspect.
What do you mean?
Like he's got like he's some sort of spy.
We'll see who's tomorrow we're gonna see on Sunday we're gonna see who Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala wants to win the
Qadr of Allah. That's what he said. He said, look, I'm gonna beat him, and this is like he said, look, this is personal. He goes, he attacked my dad, he attacked my coach. Don't get me wrong, I'm angry.
I don't know what it is, man. Even if I hate the guy, and the Muslims fighting a non-Muslim, I always back the Muslim, man, when it's fighting. I don't know what it is, man.
That's like
it's Muhammad Ali syndrome, man. That's what I call it. Because since then we always, we attribute Islam to that sport in a way sometimes. So whenever a person gets attacked,
but listen, I'm a boxing snob, so this UFC, I'm not a big fan of that.
Me neither. Yeah, I'm more boxing. Yeah.
I'm rolling around and all that. I'm not a big fan of that.
I think what Mohib is delineating is this sort of Muslim tribalism that we have, or this asabiya, which Ibn Khaldun like to call it, i.e.
it's not that deep, bro.
People like to
identify. No, maybe it is though. Because I don't understand why I do it. Like even if
no, because even if the person wasn't a Muslim and the guy on the other hand was speaking bad about Islam, you would support the non-Muslim against the other non-Muslim. You get me?
Yeah,
so it's not really deep about if he's a Muslim.
All right, guys,
so it's more about our,
You know what I want to do, yeah? I'm just gonna take 2 minutes. Yeah, I need to address this quick. 1 minute. Let me just bring the page up. 1 second. Yeah, I'm gonna address the mod wars, man. You guys are gonna find this interesting. There's recently been having mod wars, bro. Moderator wars.
Saeed, you actually have to be really silly if you don't realize this is one person against
No,
all
that's
the
why I'm doing
mods.
it now. I'm doing it now. I'm sorting it. I'm just sorting this
So,
out. Wait, for like I said, yeah, I give everyone chance.
What a chance to be a hitter.
No, I give people plenty of chances, yeah. But hold on, 1 second.
Saeed, you know if someone speaks Bengali, you're gonna get it. You know that.
Oh my god, yeah.
You're gonna get a waz, boy. You're gonna get a waz.
Mohib. Now, my mods, yeah, alhamdulillah, yeah, one or two mods I had to like time them out for a bit and whatnot. Now, what I expect of my mods is to basically, if anyone's slandering me back.
Look, I heard when you were like putting them straight, and I think that you're right.
Yeah, listen to this. Yeah, let me just say this, bro. Because what's been happening here recently is with some of the mods and some of my regulars who come on my channel and start saying, yeah, what's up, Saeed? Salamu alaikum, brother. You know, great work, this, that, the other. Then they go to other channels and start like slandering me, and, like, slandering me, chatting shit, or just trying to start something, you know, start some like negative conversation about me. So what I expect of my mods, is like, look, Nibru Pirates, Rain Hands, Imtiaz, he's a new one, brother Imtiaz. These guys are loyal because I see them basically backing me. When people are back chatting me, they always go online and say, look, cut it out, guys, this is not true. This
but you just want like a room full of people that just back you, bro.
So basically, and that's why, wait 1 minute, let me finish this. There's some people asking me, bro, sort your mods out, sort your mods out, sort your mods out. There's mods are blocking people left, right and center. The reason my mods are blocking these people is because they see these people, even they come on my thing, assalamu alaikum, hi brother, blah blah blah. They see these people going on other channels and literally like chatting shit and mocking me and doubting my intention. They can see through my heart, stuff like that, you know. Oh my,
well, what you're thinking, unless they do it on your channel, allow them.
Bro, if someone wants to criticize me constructively, do it, Now sometimes some things, wait, some things you can do it, like if it's like embarrassing a little bit, all right, email me.
Look at my channel, email me. Like I just you got to just let it go, bro.
Yeah, 1 minute, bro. So you can thingy me now regarding. Look, I'm gonna mention names after now, Now Zahra Ali, I was told yesterday, she said yesterday on some channel I can't remember, goes apparently me and my cousin are attention seekers, and then
I saw this. Rain Hands saw this.
Coming from her, that's quite rich.
Saw it as well.
Okay, Rain Hands. Okay, Rain Hands. I want to know now. What Rain Hands and our Nibru Pirates, did Zahra Ali say that me and my cousin are attention seekers? And what I saw as well was what was it? I saw.
Oh, is that what you're getting offended about?
Mohib, man. After minute. So thingy, see, you made me forget, man. Yeah, that's it. Someone called.
See, they both confirmed it.
Some comment, nice ears or Council of Nice Ears, goes that I shouldn't be doing dawah and this and that, something like that, And Zahra Ali liked it, so I want to know, Zahra Ali, I asked you direct today, did you say I'm an attention seeker? And you've been emailing me saying to me that why have I blocked this person, that person, this person?
Saeed Hunbe, listen. So Imtiaz has said she's no good. Nibru Pirates has said he saw it. Rain Hands saw it. I saw it. I wouldn't lie to you. I'm your sister.
Okay, so that's enough. That's enough. I'm not blocking.
And Zahra Ali also, she's been cussing Mohib for no reason. Mohib has done nothing to her.
Saeed, are you guys talking about Sia,
So wait, don't change the subject.
I'll talk about in a minute. This is someone, Zahra Ali.
So
she's
just
one of
get
my
rid
mods,
of her.
Man. I backed her.
Yeah, do you know what it is? Your heart is too good, but right now.
Because you know what it is? I give people chance after chance, because you know what? If I look at it this way, if I make a mistake 1 time, 2 times, 3 times, I want people to forgive me. So what I do, if someone apologizes genuinely, and I see that in their vibe and stuff, I will forgive them, bro. That's me, because I always look at it. I want forgiveness.
To protect it, so you can't let these people affect you. They don't know you, bro. So if somebody can come along,
that's it. Then the other day I'm thinking to myself, who is this person? I don't even really. Is that a guy or a girl? Muslim, non-Muslim, a hater of mine, or what? Posing as a supporting me because the.
I know you're a good guy, bro. So like these people, they're nothing unless I know their face.
They haven't met you personally.
Because people like Rain Hands, people like Rain Hands, people like Pirate.
Bruv, listen, Rain Hands and Nibru Pirates are certified mods.
Yes.
Okay.
And you know what? Big up to Rain Hands. Big up to Nibru Pirates. Big up to Imtiaz. Even though the brother's a new one, I monitored him. He's another one. And the other mods that I haven't mentioned names, they stay out of it. But these 3 I've continuously see who back me. You know, like they completely lie. And I'm not gonna block her, Zahra. I'm just saying, look. You've chosen your sides. You literally chose sides. You're asking me why have I blocked a person who slandered me, who literally said I am my dawah, doubted my dawah. Literally, like I'm like a two-faced or whatever. So this is why. And if my mods, my 3 or 4 my proper mods, been telling me, bro, take her out, take her out, take her out. I have to respect their wishes because they've been begging me. I cannot just ignore them. So you know what I mean? So this is the mod thing. And lastly, guys, I'm not getting involved in any mod wars. Like, number 1.
Bruv, you're certified now. Your mods are all cool now. Everyone
Anyway,
here likes
2,
each other. The only one was Zahra.
I am not reading or any like these sort of comments and stuff like that. But still, Zahra Ali, I just, like I said, I have to back my regular people. And I'm not blocking you. I'm just, like I said, like I put Tycoon, bro, on a timeout type of thing. Same thing with you, you know. I'm still leaving the door open, you know. People make mistakes. But
yeah,
yo, Saeed, it's not that deep, bruv. Like,
no, why are there 2 mohibs?
Bruv, if you go on his emails, they're sending him emails.
There's 2 mohibs
begging him. Hey, but you know what? It's not nice though. It's not nice. Like I'm quite similar to Saeed. I'm a bit more. My heart is a bit more harder now. But like, it's not nice to hear people say things because you want to put them right. You want to say no, you don't understand. You don't know me. But then you think. Eventually, you find out that, you know,
the sad thing is, you know what they'll do? They don't know me. They're just a YouTube name, like an icon, like a picture icon, and that's it. They don't know me, and they will ask me, you know, those slanderous questions that they're not interested in the answer. What they want to do is they will ask you, are you Shia? Are you Sufi? Are you a grave worshipper? They will ask you a question, just because they want to.
But bro, you know, because this YouTube ground is very divisive. Like, there's a lot of Christians, Jews, and a lot of Muslims. It's a divisive ground. So, like, I feel like if you're not successful, you're not going to be asked those questions. So that's a sign. Like, I think the more haters you get, the better it is, man. The more the more you're propagating and the more you're getting to.
No, bro, these haters, what they're doing, is because they've been blocked. They got 2 free accounts. They come in on other names and they comment like to make the numbers. Do you understand? That's how sad they are. They don't know me and they want to hate on me. I don't get it.
Yo, Saeed, how does it feel to be treated like a Shia, man? How's it going?
Bro.
And that's all because of his lovely cousin sister, isn't it, Saeed?
Huh?
All because of me, Nini.
Because of you, too much hate, man. You know what I mean? I need to cut you out.
But guys, isn't it? Everyone else on the panel, isn't it? Because I exist. That's it. It's because I exist.
Listen,
with my beliefs.
It's like, why don't I advise her? I have arguments with her advising her. This is between me and my cousin sister. Why do I have to embarrass her in front of the whole world? And listen to this. Don't interrupt me now, guys. Why the hell should I, even if my cousin makes a mistake, I'm saying if, this is just saying if she makes a mistake, why would I back some YouTube random guy I don't know and take their side over hers?
Because you go with that philosophy, bro. You go with that philosophy. You said it yourself that night. You said truth is truth and falsehood is falsehood. So even if it's someone I know, I'm gonna go get. You said it yourself, bro.
Well, you know, at the end of the day, I'm a sister.
But you two are good people, bro. So don't let other people.
I'm gonna have to take it to my mom.
Me and my sister, this and that, derogatory way, and this and that. Well, what sort of people? What sort of Muslims are they? They question my shortcomings.
I just find with Asians, they have an issue with
bro. They're not just Asians.
Socializing.
They're not Asians.
So when they see a girl, they just go twist, bro.
One thing I need to put in our mind as well, they could be agents posing as Muslim names, trying to stir it.
No, Saeed, we have rotten Muslims.
No, we have rotten Muslims. 100% we do. 100% we do.
100%. No, but Saeed, this whole thing about what her beliefs are, these are matters of Aqidah, right?
Yeah.
So I don't think any man really has a right to say what's her.
No one does. Bro, I don't get it.
I don't get why these men are acting like they have some sort of like it's their dad's deen, like. You know, this is the right way. This is the right way. Like, they don't know what
these matters don't even affect them more.
Bro, this is what it is to these people, to ask me, am I a Shia? What they're trying to do is they're trying to actually like stick a needle, like stick a knife in. That's not a question. They know I'm not Shia. But they're sticking a knife in.
No, but it's just trolls. Trolls.
But listen to this. I just want to clear something now. Before, I used to go hard, like swear, like go hard at the Shia. Then I realized, that when in the day of judgment, when I face my Allah, will Allah ask me, did you for me to enter Jannah? And will Allah ask me, did you curse the Shias? Did you treat the non-Muslims horribly? Is Allah going to ask me these questions, or Allah going to ask me?
I think He's going to ask us.
Wait, 1 minute, bro. Or Allah is going to ask me that Or did you pray your salah? Did you fast? Did you give zakat?
Exactly,
Did you
bro.
do hajj? Did you slander people? Did you backbite people? Or Allah's gonna ask me, oh, hold on, I'm not gonna let you in Jannah. You didn't curse the Shias. You didn't treat the Shias horribly, and you treated the non-Muslims, the kuffars, the ones that don't treat you bad, the non-Islamophobes. Like I didn't treat them horribly. Of course not. I thought to myself, you know what?
I feel like we're playing with fire. You know,
wait, let me just
we're
finish
so
this last
quick
bit.
to
Mohib,
kind of pull down
let me just finish
Muslims.
this last bit, bro.
Yeah,
One
cool,
minute,
bro.
yeah. Now, this is the reason why I've decided I'm not gonna start no beef, no aggro, no cursing, no nothing with anyone, and the Shias or with the non-Muslim. I can be civil with them. Yes, we completely disagree on our Aqidah and these sort of things. Yeah, no problem. It doesn't mean I have to go out intentionally look for them and start trouble and start fighting and start swearing at them. No, no, no. But yes, the ones that anyone who curses our prophet, this and that, obviously it's going to affect me. But you know what? I'm going to use my sabr. I'm not going to start fighting and things. I'm going to use my sabr, and I'm going to, with the hikmah, I'm going to react. I don't have to start a fight straight away and start, you know, like going raggo on people, man. That's me. That's just me. If you don't like my opinion, respect it, man. Don't need to hate on me and start saying, oh, I'm not in it for the dawah. I'm doing this, and start asking me, are you Shia? Are you Sufi? Are you grave worshipper? You and your cousin sister, you and your cousin sister, are you at it? What sort of disgusting question is that? Will you ask your own sister that? So do you understand? So things like that, man. You know what I mean? So this is it. This is my. I hope this answers the question in the live chat. This is my opinion. This is what it is. This is
So
how
wait,
I am.
one more question, Said.
Yeah.
Are you a Sufi grave worshipper?
I am the biggest Sufi grave worshipper there is.
No, but listen.
Anyway, on a
one
serious
thing I
note,
want to.
Astaghfirullah. I'm just saying.
Man is on that Shah Jalal fam.
No, I just wanted to make one little quick point. Yeah, is why does it matter? Why would Allah would probably ask you the opposite? Why are you cursing the Shia? What's your reasoning? Second thing,
listen,
right?
What I say
No,
is,
let me make my point, mate. Let me
Yeah.
just make my point. So my second point is, in Mecca, is anyone allowed to go to Al-Haram if they're not Muslim?
No.
Tell me one time that she has been stopped. Since it hasn't happened, you man, stay quiet.
Absolutely.
I think the Shia are more orthodox, and they stay closer to the Kaaba. They're more orthodox. So
I think he's just gonna ask us why we didn't focus on our commonalities instead of focus on the differences. You know, we should have focused on commonalities and ignored the differences until, you know, a later time.
100%. Allah says, hold on to the rope of Allah and do not be divided.
Do not divided, yeah.
That's it.
I really think he's gonna do the same thing.
Listen,
He's gonna do the same thing with us, yeah.
Another thing, yeah, and I want to say lastly, with the other sister, which is called Sia or whatever. I got, like, personally, I got no problems with her. I don't know, obviously my cousin. Hold on. My cousin and them two are getting into it. Obviously, I'm
No,
Said,
huh? No.
Go on, you clear it up. Go on, you clear it up.
Don't even chat shit right now.
Huh?
I am an innocent bystander.
Okay. You can clear your bit up. Go on. Yeah, go on.
So I was innocent, yeah?
Okay.
Completely. Minding my own business, going on to Aspects Live, having fun, yeah? That's it. Not picking on no one. My girl puts up a video saying undercover Shia Sunnis trying to go against Dawah brothers. There's only two people in the park who are accused of being Shia who are actually Sunni. Me and Saracen. Saracen's been irrelevant for the past 3 months. So it's me. I confronted her. She went crazy. She said, you're jealous of me. You, stuff with her. She goes, you suck 10 dicks. She says horrible stuff. She said a horrible bunch of stuff about me. Everyone, I have like 6 brothers who were witness to this.
Yeah, I was there.
Yeah,
I heard it.
A bunch of people were there, and she just went crazy. I didn't say nothing like that. I confronted her. She denied it.
So you didn't respond in a derogatory way like that, like she did?
Horrific. No, I didn't. Ask the brothers. I didn't.
You know what? I respect you for that.
Then she went on her live panel at least 6-7 times, slandering me, saying horrible stuff, saying I'm jealous and all of this stuff. I have not once responded. So the beef isn't, you can't say there's a beef. It's the girl doesn't like me and the girl's on my case.
I tell you what, you know what? From now on, yeah, let's.
Also, Saeed, listen.
Yeah.
She's a raging racist. People from the park, from gang, have been affected by this. There's other stuff I'm not gonna mention because it's actually really bad stuff.
Yeah, Lee, you know what?
No, don't mention.
Anyway, what I want to say was, Saeed, they're all coming through now. Anyway, what I was gonna say was, like, I think the best thing is now, yeah, let's ignore it. Let's not get our tongues dirty and get involved in the here and back. Because think about it, yeah, you got your life, we got our life. Why the hell should I give a damn what, say for example, someone like this guy called Council of Ears or whatever, he's been slandering me left, right, and center. Why should I care about his insults and slants? Because I don't care about it. I don't even know who he is. So best thing is ignore these people and leave it, and that's it, man. That's all I wanted to cover it, man. I don't want to get involved in anyone's beef. And why people ask me, I don't get it. Why wouldn't I back my family, regardless of whatever, publicly? Privately, whatever I do is my business, and Allah knows. That's it, man. That's anyone, Abdullah, brother Abdullah, and you're gonna back your own blood, flesh and blood, in publicly for your even if they do wrong. You're gonna are you gonna humiliate him or go mad at him? Do you understand?
No, man.
Huh?
Man, look, if somebody did that same thing to one of my sisters, I'll do the same thing you're doing, man. I'll back them, even if they have differences with me, you know. You can't. When somebody said that to say that, I think of it as a little sister too, you know.
Someone put their mic on you, brother Zafar, you're back. You got your mic on loud.
Jafar.
Darth Vader's back. Darth Vader.
So anyway, I see her as a little sister too, man, just like my sister, man. And people try to attack her like that, well, man, I'm not gonna. It's over for you, I'm telling you, because I don't care what you're on. If you're on the same thing as me or not, you know, because what you're doing is you're basically attacking Aisha radiallahu anha. You're attacking all these women that we revere, you know. You're attacking Fatima. You're attacking all of them. That's basically what you're doing. You don't see that, but if you think about it really hard, think about what you're doing and how you're acting, and how you're reacting, and what you're saying, you know.
Plus, one thing you need to understand. One thing you need to understand here is the Islamophobes. They're gonna use this, and think, look at this infighting. Yes, they're gonna rub in their hands. Let's use this and put more fuel to the fire. And they're gonna make everyone they're gonna come as other names, Muslim names, and they're gonna start saying, oh, guess what? For example, gonna go to the other sister Sia. You know, she said this, she said that. Then it's gonna come to my cousin. Oh, your cousin said this, you said that. We're gonna fight this, make this thing more. For the sake of
Allah. I say that all the
time. Hold on. For the sake of
Jafar, mute your laptop, bro.
Okay, you got For the sake of Allah, I think people should hold on to their tongues. If you don't want to make up, for the sake of Allah, drop this. Let's just drop this, because this YouTube fitna, live chat, commenting, wallahi, you guys don't know how much of your good deeds you're giving away.
Mashallah, good advice.
No, you do not know. And remember, there's some condition of riba, I'm gonna paraphrase this, If someone is backbiting and it comes in your ears and you do not get away or stop them, advise them, you're involved in it. So why partake in a sin? Join a halakha where people are backbiting each other. Run from that halakha, man. Run away from that group. Why the hell would you want to get involved in a backbiting? Because what's going to happen, they're going to draw you into it, and you're unintentionally, you're going to backbite. It's a shaitan's way. It's going to get you. So when you see people backbiting, may Allah save my tongue from backbiting, man. I've been involved in it. So, and unintentionally, I find myself backbiting. Wallahi, bro, because other people are backbiting. So this thing, what did our Prophet say? The biggest thing, man, backbiting. Look at the examples Allah used. Look at I don't want to repeat it, because some of the non-Muslim people won't understand it if I use these terms that Allah has said. But look how backbiting is described. It's equivalent to what? Eating your flesh of your own brother, and the other stuff as well that is described. So wallahi, guys, why this new live chat phenomenon going on? Oh, soon as some live chat goes on, oh, did you see Saeed's on his live stream, this happened, that happened. Then this one will start it off. Then other 10, for example, what can I say, questionable characters will start it off. You know, the ghiba. So I'm telling you, brothers and sisters, if you believe in your Rasul and Allah, stop this ghiba. Stop giving away your deeds. And you know what? It's a blessing in disguise. In a way, I'm saying stop giving. I'm giving you advice. But you know what? If you carry on, alhamdulillah, I'm happy to take your deeds. I'm happy. Take my bad ones, and I'm happy to take your good ones. If you don't have any good deeds, you know what? You're taking my bad deeds. So alhamdulillah, it's a blessing, Allah's justice. So this is what I'm saying. So this mod thing and live chat, why am I reviewing it? It's my channel. I'll remove who I want, and the mods that I mentioned, may Allah reward these people. They don't have to keep an eye on it, send me screenshots and this and that. Not one person, bro. Even non-mods are sending me screenshots of people. I'm thinking, oh my God, this guy comes on my live stream, says salam to me, backs me in front of me, and says this, that, the other. And now this person is talking about me like this. Subhanallah, giving ammunition to people like Islamophobes. Giving ammunition. And listen, about I've got shortcomings. Me saying the virgin comment thing. You know what? Number one, he's a non-Muslim. Number two, yeah, why can't you think positive of your brother or Muslim brother? Maybe I was saying get married, or you're not married or whatever. But yes, it was one of my shortcomings. I shouldn't have said it like that. That's my shortcoming. So why attack my whole everything that I am as a person, my whole dawah? My dawah is through filming, transmitting. What's that word, man? I forgot. Brother Shamsi used in Arabic. I forgot. But transmitting.
Let me stop you there. Hold on. Sometimes some people look that you using that for some person who we're not going to mention. You know, the bird who flies. You know, that's different because certain people, you know, they need what's called the sledgehammer argument. So if somebody's dishing it out at you first, dishing out all these claims against you, sometimes you have to respond to them with a claim like that back, even though it might not be correct, you know. So I disagree.
Listen, let me tell you one thing right now. Everyone who's
can I say something, brother?
1 minute, bro. Let me just finish. You can go in next. Let me just say one thing. Me, yeah, when I go at Raj, I go at him. All right, I go at him. He has gone at my whole family, my whole religion, Pakistan, the whole country, Pakistan, then Bangladesh. My whole community, my family, he goes bunch of rapists. He goes twice this and that. You know what? Yeah, you're playing chess. Yeah, I'm not gonna reveal my moves to you online like a dumbass.
We're playing carrom board. We're playing carrom board.
Exactly, bro. Yeah.
So you know what? I remember this. I go for him. I do not go for his community. If there's a slip of a tongue or anything like that, I apologize straight away.
Yeah. If it's a slip of a tongue.
Yes, but this person has done it more.
But Saeed.
Yeah, go on,
bro. Hold on,
yeah, let the other brother go on.
Yo, brother Saeed, the best dawah you can give, bro, is your character. So
there you go.
You know, the best character. You know, the best dawah you can do is your character. So don't mind what these people are saying. Just show them the way from. You get me? Just shape up.
And also when you make mistakes, bro, the way you own up to it is good. It's a good thing, bro.
Exactly. Yeah. That shows character, bro. Not many people have that. You get me? So you're doing a good thing, brother. Keep doing it.
Like I said, you know that thing I had with Raza, yeah. You know when we had that thing with Raza, yeah. When I went back home, yeah, and I thought to myself, you know what? He's right. In certain things he said, I agree, because I shouldn't really make these derogatory comments. So you know what? I understood that. That's why I stopped. Ever since then, slowly after about, obviously when that happened for a few weeks, I was a bit fuming and my ego and got in the way. But after a while, I thought about it and I said, you know what? I don't have to curse and swear and attack them. I rather spend that time doing dhikr of Allah rather than cursing people and attacking people. I rather do dhikr, all right? So you know what? That's why I backed off this sort of thing. Attacking people and this sort of thing. I don't need to do. I rather do dhikr. When Allah asks me, what have you been doing with your time? And I'm gonna go to Allah and say, I waste time as it is, yeah. I'm gonna go to Allah and I'm gonna say, Allah, oh, I was cursing this man, that man, attacking the kuffar and calling the kuffar names, treating the kuffar horribly. What? You know what? I rather do dhikr of Allah, learn my deen, and the 5 pillars of Islam. You know what I mean? Those basic things, man. And I mean, and just hold on to them, man. That's enough for me.
Rasulullah was not sent as an invoker of curse. He was sent as to perfect good manners. So those are in 2 hadiths.
Brother Zain Rahman, the panel is full, and like I said, I don't know who you are. I need to anyone who wants to come on the panel. Basically, what it is in the live chat, I'm talking now. I can't put anyone on because you know what happened. Trolls jump on as soon as the link goes out. So I can't put anyone on the panel unless you pass through our quality control department. So when then inshallah you can come on. So
listen, man, people in the chat. Yeah, people in the chat, stop mentioning the guy's name. We call him Pigeon. That's it. He's known as the Pigeon.
I don't even talk about the Pigeon because, wallahi, bro, I got a life. I have to work. I have to think about my future. You think I've got time like him, sitting in my mum's basement and wishing every day was a Sunday? You think I'm wishing every day was a Sunday? My man is wishing day and night. Before one Sunday end, when Sunday ends, he's talking about the next Sunday. My man is constantly making videos. He's got my name on he's got a song out on me, bro. Who is obsessed? So do you understand? My man is thinking, he's dreaming about Sundays and Speaker's Corner and Speaker's Corner.
Bro, I think your heart is nightmare, bro. Your heart is nightmare after the day, bro.
Hey, Mohib, let's let Jafar speak. He's been waiting.
Cool.
Salam, Jafar. Hey, welcome, Salam, man. What's going on? It was a great night last night. Great night last night.
Yeah, man, definitely, bro.
You know,
that sounded a bit wrong, guys. Let me just say, we're talking about coding and computing.
But what I'm saying is, I think you're absolutely right? That we should not be fighting amongst each other, especially in public or live. And I think I brought this up as well, like especially on somebody else's channel. Like this channel is all Muslims, right? But when you're at a different channel, let's say a non-Muslims channel, and you start fighting with Muslims versus Muslims, you definitely make a fool out of yourself. And
bro, isn't it worse if we argue on a Muslim channel?
Of course, Ziriab. Of course, it's been worse. You give ammunition to
them. But I think there should be two different panels. One should be with actual discussion, and privately, without being live, have a discussion like the discussion that we had earlier. Because the one that we should have live, it should be a topic and it should be moderated correctly, just like Sayyid does.
Come on.
And then a private one, where after like a certain time you go private and then you guys discuss actually what you guys want to talk about.
Yeah, no, we hear you, Jaffa. You're making some solid points.
Let's finish this subject.
I want to get into some meat now, innit? Because we're off air, bro.
And we shouldn't be biased.
On air.
And we should not be biased. You know what I'm saying? We should open our minds and let everybody respect their own beliefs. Because I see a lot of people, they get very emotional. If you talk about something that they believe in and you don't because you have a different belief.
They start making videos over comments. Oh, this person said this about me in a YouTube comment section, so I'm going to start making videos about you. What the hell?
Yeah.
What the hell?
I mean, it's a public forum, and everybody has their own beliefs, and everyone has
that's
their
on
own
your record. That's going to be on your channel, like going to be known for somebody. Why would you want to do that?
Why? I think the best thing is the person will get more respected if you ignore it, and the thicker skin you have.
Yeah, you have to have stubborn.
The more you feed into this, the more you react. Yeah. Then, bro, you're just gonna. It's not good for your health, man.
Yeah, exactly. Because I've been in a lot of situations. I've been in a lot of situations where I could have just snapped and just left or said something stupid. But you have to have stubborn, man. When you have stubborn, man, you show a lot more about yourself and character than you're just going at it with somebody. You know.
That's true strength.
Oh yeah, I got a question, bro.
Yeah, go on, bro.
Yeah, I went to this guy's channel, innit?
Yeah.
Like accidentally.
Okay.
He was doing a live show.
Yeah.
I went there for like 20 seconds, bro.
Mm-hmm.
It was accident. My mouse is double.
Yeah, I know. It happens to me, bro. It happens to me.
Yeah. Afterwards, bro. Yo, Sahib. Afterwards.
Yeah.
The YouTube recommendations.
Yeah.
All I'm getting recommended is Bhangra dancing, Punjabi music, and pigeon videos. Too many of them, blood. How do I get rid of them, man? Does anyone know any procedure?
What you do, bro?
To reverse this.
What you do is on where recommendations are, you click. There's a little dot. Yeah, you click on that dot and press not interested. That's what I've done. With Raj and stuff. People send me messages. I don't know when he goes live because I blocked everything. He's blocked. Because you know what? When you watch these videos and read every single comment and live chats, read the comments like a hawk. You know what's gonna happen, Aki? You're gonna put your life on hold. Brother Jafar, can you put your mic?
No, I was gonna say clear your cookies and cache as well. Control F5.
Yeah.
That clears your cookies and cache as well.
Okay, bro. I don't know what that means, but no problem.
Yo, Saeed.
Yeah, go on, bro.
Jafar, meet me on my.
You're still live, bro.
Yeah, we are live, bro. Yeah, it's okay. We're live, bro. I wanted to get this out live, so it's all right.
Wait. So you weren't joking when you said we're live?
Nah.
Yeah, he was.
Why did you think we were joking?
Serious?
No.
I told you we're live, bro.
But wait, ain't I meant to say live on the thingy here?
No, go to my channel. Go to
It's live.
Go to the Safari or your search engine. Put the TYMN, my second channel's name, and you'll see we're live.
Bro, bloody hell! What? No editing, nah.
No, it's nothing, bro.
Exposed.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. I don't think you want this video anyway, man. Like, what, 2 hours of going round in circles?
Doesn't matter, bro. Because you know what? People watch it, and it doesn't matter, man. It's just a collection, man. The more content, the more your channel grows.
I think we had good discussions, man.
Bro,
it might
I
have been
enjoyed
heated,
this, bro.
but
I enjoyed
we
this
solved
because,
it. Yeah.
You know what I mean? We it's like, you know, we look, now we can do this from our house. We can like rather than going to someone's house, go to, you know, we used to hang around, whatever, link up as a group. Now we can.
I mean, look, it's called the Young Muslims Network for a reason, right?
This is my channel.
Yeah.
This is what it's about. The Young Muslims Network, talking about differences, and that's it. Just learning, bro. This is what I wanted. This is excellent for me. So this is one of my first ones, like with a lot of people joining. So this is what I want, guys. Like Young Muslims.
Do you want to say that? Do you want to change the topic, because I've been thinking maybe we should. Just not to interrupt you, Akhi. Like,
yeah, no problem, bro. I thought, look, we talked about Khabib, we talked about Islamophobia. I put the title. Look, the title is Khabib Kona Islamophobia / Islam / open topics. Then I put round table discussion #fitna. To get it. So yeah, go on.
Hey, yo, Saeed.
Yeah.
Yo, you see the flipping description of the video?
Bro. Yeah.
It says over there, watch till the end. #funny.
Oh, that's thingy, bro.
What are you talking about, bro?
That's old, bro. That's like it's already set. You know, like template. It's already set. I'm gonna change it. That was regarding one specific video I had.
All right.
Like 6-7 months ago. That's the
#hashtag quickie. What do you mean by #quickie, bro?
When did you get on it?
It was a thingy.
This is my house, man. I'll come in whenever I want.
It was quickie means a quick thing, isn't it, bro? Quick thing.
I know what quickie means, but why is that quickie written down on a serious discussion like this?
No. This one was different, bro.
Why? What? Because he thought it was gonna be a quick show, innit?
Yeah.
That's it. Why is it so deep?
Quickie can also mean.
Yeah, quick session of sex. I don't think no one here was trying to have a quick session of sex.
Why you have to change it into something?
Because you're trying to say that. That's why.
I'm not trying to say it. Move on.
He wasn't being
live, right?
Yo, pause forward, play. We moved on.
Yeah, it finished. I've deleted it anyway.
Yeah, he was just bringing us like a joke. He wasn't. I don't think.
He was just joking. Don't worry.
Yeah.
Don't worry, God, dog. Don't have to go nuts.
Yeah, Saeed is on fire today, man.
I got an interesting topic for you lot.
Yeah, go on.
Huh?
Who's that?
What'd you say? Akhi, we're talking to me?
Yo, Saeed, did you say you deleted the whole video or just the title?
Just
no, he just.
Because this description is not relevant to this. This description was relevant to one video, and it's set like every video I do live streaming. That same description comes up because it's set as a template. Do you understand? It's nothing to do with this. This description is nothing to do with this video. So yeah,
it's clarified.
Yeah.
Ahmed.
Yeah, my brother.
Soba.
Vegeta, what's good, my brother? What you saying?
Alhamdulillah, nigga Markan.
What's happening, fam? Markan, yeah?
Alhamdulillah.
I've been trying to build for the past half an hour, fam.
Yeah, I know it was live. That's why I didn't go in on you, innit? I mean, I need to take it easy on you, bro. Because you're my brother, man.
It's too early.
Yeah, offline, you know what I mean? We could get at it.
Offline is on, fam.
Yeah, offline, bro.
hey, someone in the chat bring up a different topic so we could talk about it, man.
So we saying when are we gonna get a fatwa on cannabis being halal?
I am on that one.
Oh, let's get it.
I think we need to go to Mufti Abu.
I'm blazing right now.
Do you want to talk about it?
We need to go to Mufti Abu.
When are we gonna get the fatwa?
I don't know, man. Because
I can get you that fatwa, you know what I mean, for the right price. Astaghfirullah.
I'm on the side of this is haram. I'm on the side of
that. I don't know why.
Even though maybe people can bring me.
I'm not being funny.
But my fitra, I don't know, my fitra, my head.
Every time Muslims say that, every time they say, "Oh, weed is haram," while they're drinking coffee, do you know how stupid they look?
Go on, elaborate, bro. Elaborate.
You need elaboration. Do you know how stupid that question is?
What? Weed is haram.
Elaborate.
You just made a point. Elaborate.
Right, elaborate.
Elaborate. Don't just ask questions.
What kind of?
Cool. Listen,
come on, Ahmed.
To cut the long story short, You can die of coffee. You can die of coffee. So how are you gonna drink something you can die of?
Akhi, be realistic. How can one die of coffee? Be realistic.
You can die of water as well. You can die of water.
Let me finish.
You can die of water too.
Yes, of course you can.
Too much of anything you can die. Yes.
Listen. We're not talking about too much here. It doesn't need to be too much. This is a drug. Caffeine is a drug. You can't escape that.
Take it back to the Quran. Take it back to the Quran.
You can't escape that. Caffeine is a drug, number one. It's a drug that can kill you, number two. And it's also addictive, number three. You know those three facts for sure. And yet you also know that those three facts do not exist with cannabis for sure. Yet you're here pointing fingers at cannabis.
How stupid. No. What I'm gonna say.
Yeah, but you know the cad is hallucinogenic, yeah?
Huh?
The cad. What is it you call it?
You're talking about something else, Akhi. We're talking about
something else. That's a hallucinogenic, so that's the class B.
Listen.
Yo, 1 minute. Cad is not hallucinogenic, bro.
God is not hallucinogenic.
All right.
You're talking about something else.
All right.
How do you have something worse than something else? Yet you talk about the other thing that has less effect than the thing that you have.
What about lung
Weed is halal. Weed is halal.
Let's say build on why he thinks it's haram.
Yeah. Look, I'm not coming out with I'm not coming at an angle of like with academic backing. I'm just giving you my rational, limited thinking that I have, fitra, and what the scholars have taught. I heard from. I'm coming with all like mixed with all of that. So what I'm saying, first of all,
you're coming with programming.
Yeah, my natural, whatever.
We're all programmed.
My common sense, is telling me, what about lung cancer? Smoke. It's not good for your lungs.
That's the tobacco. That's the tobacco.
That's the tobacco, not the marijuana.
You're talking about smoking. I'm talking about the cannabis substance.
But can you smoke cannabis? Can you smoke cannabis without tobacco?
Yeah, you can.
Yes, you can.
You don't even have to smoke cannabis.
You can do so much to it. There's
If you use it as in a cake or in a drink,
You can vaporize it as well.
Okay, if you can use
vaporizing doesn't have a negative effect.
Look how weak the argument becomes. Straight away they go to cancer. That's how you know they don't have a
weak thing.
No, I'm telling you, I'm admitting it. I don't know a lot of
but hold on a sec. How can a plant be haram?
Okay, Zuriab.
Great question.
Haram.
What about poisonous mushrooms?
Yeah,
but then again,
mushrooms.
Then again, alcohol is made from rotten fruits and shit. So
there you go. Opium is come from plants.
But then we need to dry the weed. We need to dry.
So is hemlock.
You don't need to do nothing. You don't need to dry something. It dries itself.
The simple question is this.
By the way, I'm pro weed. I'm just being devil's advocate.
That's what's up. So here's the simple question: is via the Arabic of the Quran, would marijuana fall under the concept of an intoxicant?
I would say.
Medically, they don't even consider it to be an intoxicant. They consider it to be the opposite of that, which is an antioxidant.
Right.
Why aren't they legalizing it then?
I live in a state where it is legalized.
They are legal.
No, most of the place.
So, hold on. We all recognize that all the major schools recognize medical marijuana, right? Is not being correct.
I actually have a card from marijuana.
Yeah.
I have a card.
It's even legalized medical here. What are you talking about?
You can get.
I'm saying but the major Islamic schools of thought recognize medical marijuana as not being haram. We agree on that, yeah? Yes, no.
Yeah. We are.
Okay, what I want to ask is, now I'm not saying for example, obviously everything's not conclusive, is it? The tests and stuff. Some cases they've done tests that, if you put it in a cake, if you mix it with a drink, maybe it works with some sort of illnesses. I heard with what? Bipolar or something. Memory loss. Hold on.
It's definitely classified as an antipsychotic, anti-epileptic. So you can use it for a lot of neurological conditions.
Well, they class the THC actually as.
Hold on, Abdullah. Let me just quickly get this in. I know for a fact in Islam, that if it's like majburi, what do you call it, man? If it's like when you're like
compulsion.
When it's on
it's emergency.
Necessity.
You can like even eat pork you understand? Now, if it's like something like medically reason or anything like that, yes, I'm sure in Islam that it allows it. But what I'm trying to say is, what happens is, you know, in Islam, it's a prevention, isn't it? Everything's a prevention, like we prevent. So personally, I'm thinking, because it's like an addictive drug, people will start abusing it. That's what.
No, it is. It's a craving, dude. It is.
Can I say something? Can I say something? I use marijuana.
1 minute. Factually speaking, weed is not addictive. That's a fact. Don't do that, please.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Guys, hit the like button, man. Guys,
like I have a marijuana card, right?
Enemy
I have a marijuana medical card. I actually have a marijuana medical card, right? I got it in Florida. I used to have anxiety. And I asked the Mufti, you know, in Chicago, and I asked a lot of, other Muftis, and they said that CBD oil is permissible as well as marijuana for medical use. So if you medically need it, then you can definitely take it. And CBD oil is probably the safest way to do it.
Because THC is proven to have a psychotic, right? A psychotic issues, I heard.
Jaffa, can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
Jaffa, let me ask you a quick question, yeah?
Yeah.
If something is okay to have medically, what is the problem recreationally? What is the problem that occurs when you do it recreationally that's not there when you do it medically? Give me the problem.
Well, here's the thing, right? So when it's there medically, right? Let's say you have anxiety attacks, if you have depression, what it does, it calms you down, right?
No, I'm asking for the problem.
Well, I'm saying that anything that controls your mind, right, is haram, right? Like alcohol is haram, right? Because it controls your mind. So if you're doing this just to relax and enjoy it. Well, anything that controls your mind, right? That you don't you start doing things that you're not in control of.
What does that mean? No, what does that mean? I mean.
That means like alcohol, right? Like if you drink too much alcohol, right? You start acting stupid. You don't know what you're doing. You're not in control of yourself.
But that's
so real quick.
1 minute.
So different marijuanas have different effects, right? Wait, but different marijuanas have different effects.
One by one, brother. One by one.
Weed doesn't have those effects. So
they do. Different marijuanas have different effects on different people.
Okay, but what effect are you talking about? It doesn't have the effect of an alcohol.
Okay, have you ever? Okay, let me ask you a question, right? Let me ask you a prime example. Let's say you're out with your friends, right? You guys all smoke marijuana. One guy's gonna start giggling a lot. One guy's gonna get all cautious. One guy's gonna get all serious. The other guy's gonna get a little bit aggressive, right? So all these people have different effects when they smoke marijuana, right? So this medical marijuana, they ask you when you get into the shop or the distillery. Like, what do you need? What are you trying to get to? You just want to mellow down, so they'll give you something that mellows you down, right?
But I just want you to tell me what you mean by controlling your mind and losing your mind. How does that happen?
Changes your personality.
It changes your personality, right? Like it makes you do things that, it makes you change your mind. I mean, like alcohol does, like medication sometimes does. If you take a different type of medication, controls your mind. You start thinking things. And
Brother Ahmed, you're breaking up. Breaking up.
Sorry. Can you be a bit more specific, Jafar? Because I can tell you exactly what THC and CBD does and what they do to your body and what sort of effects it has on you. And none of it has anything to do with control.
I didn't say CBD.
THC
CBD oil.
Psychosis, actually. So that's
different.
THC,
that's different because that helps you out by mellowing you down for anxieties and depression and stuff like that. I'm talking about different marijuana, man. You go outside and get marijuana, now they got a little crystal cocaine filled in there and you're smoking it up. You know what I'm saying? So if you're going outside and buying it on the streets, you're not just smoking marijuana. You know what I'm saying? They got other things involved in the marijuana. You know so if you're going outside and buying and give you some like crystallized marijuana or
other
marijuana
things that you're no longer discussing about marijuana. Then, if you're talking about people sprinkling other stuff, then we're not.
I mean, generally, where else are you gonna get marijuana from? Then on the streets, right? You can buy it from the streets, a dealer or somebody, right?
Ahmed, real quick, Ahmed, are you saying that there's no negative effects from cannabis?
Am I saying there's no negative effects from cannabis? All right, let me tell you what I'm saying. Yeah. There are 2 negative effects that I can think of. There are only 2 negative effects that has been proven.
Okay.
And that is basically 1, if your brain is still forming under the age of 24, it could be detrimental. You understand what I'm saying to you, yeah?
Okay.
And 2, if you are predisposed to schizophrenia, then it can trigger it. Those are the only two.
That's what I was saying, bro. That's what I was saying to you.
Also,
if you have an addictive personality type, you better stay away.
But you saying it doesn't control your mind?
As I was saying, those are the only two that I've come across of. But
so Ahmed, I would slightly alter that last one and say, like, beyond just schizophrenia, there's other neurological conditions that certain strands can set off. For instance, there's strands that will actually set. There's strands that will set off my dyslexia that will make it worse for me to like. Even ironically, certain high CBD strains will actually make my dyslexia kick in, right? But other strains will make it actually correct itself. You know what I'm saying?
But you're talking about you would have to be predisposed to it, though, right?
Right. That's what I was saying. I was saying neurological conditions, not just schizophrenia.
Okay, cool. So basically, the only time cannabis can be
right.
Dangerous is if you are already predisposed to something.
Right. And on the flip side, I can be predisposed to it working better for me than other people as well. So there's a flip to that as well.
Okay, but then that's not the fault of cannabis. That's
no, I'm not saying it's a fault at all. No, I'm not saying it's a fault at all. In fact, I'm saying it's a benefit. Like, so if I'm someone who's more predisposed for it working for me, it's better for me to use it than not use it. You know what I'm saying?
No, it's just that I find that a lot of people walk around saying, "Oh, cannabis triggers psychosis." They don't understand that you'd have to be.
It's a predisposition, right? Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Thank you.
100%.
I'm sure.
I agree with that. I agree with that too.
Try to say that earlier on as well.
I said that, yeah, but I agree with your point that it has to be a person has to be predisposed. Yeah, I agree with you on that point, though. I don't disagree.
But I will say this though, for the people who are predisposed to having a negative effect from certain strands of cannabis, if they're given the proper strand, it will actually medicate their psychosis.
Yeah, that's true.
That's why you have depositories. Depositories are just because of that. Because instead of going to the streets and buying it, you go to a depository to give you the right strands. You know.
But then we get into the argument of does it benefit most people, or does it benefit like we have that argument of does it the Quran's argument where what's the benefit in it that I can't remember.
I can tell you this, right? I can tell you this. I get some good shit. Really good shit, right? And it definitely calms me down.
So first and foremost, I don't even have to take it in a psychoactive way. Like for instance, it's only psychoactive if you heat it up. If you eat it raw, you're not going to get high off it. You actually have to.
You're not going to get high off it.
You know the weed that you're referring to, medical marijuana as well. I don't think that I personally wouldn't class that as halal because I think that's homegrown. It's grown on the light, so I don't consider that to be. So it's like skunk. It's got the buds with it.
But can I ask you guys a question?
No, don't.
You're just manipulating the outside environment. That's all.
No.
What do you mean, man? Strictly sensimilla, man. Weed and sensimilla. That's it, bro.
No, bro. They got property. They got lands out there, like in
my brother. They got these funky names now, yeah. No, and you smoke a little bit, and it will twist you up, bro. That's why you got a lot of people.
Honestly, let's look at it this way. Let's forget about the medical reason. Let's use the recreational reason. Do you guys think has more benefit for the people in greater amount, or
we can say that
it definitely can.
Hold on, we can say that about shisha though.
No. We'll go to shisha. We'll go to. Let's stick on one point.
I think it has a lot of healing elements. Definitely, I think it's.
No. But the Quran's argument for alcohol is that it has some benefit, but the harm outweighs the benefit. So what do you think in
comparison? Argument.
No, I think with the Quran it's different because it talked about the level of intoxication. So because everyone's level of intoxication is different, it's better to not set a limit. Whereas with weed, as the brother was saying, you can smoke and you'll be cool.
The limit in the Quran on intoxication.
No, if you smoke your stuff, bro, you won't be cool.
Because I knew some non-Muslim girl who did it, and she passed out on the floor, almost spazzing out. Almost had I think the ambulance had to come because she was.
Yo, that's not weird, bro.
Allergy. No, she has an allergy.
No, that can't happen.
Has an allergy.
Yeah, it's not necessarily an allergy. What happens is, like, so for instance, there's someone that I treat for certain seizures and whatnot. If she has a certain strain of indicas, it will drop her blood pressure and actually initiate a seizure, like a grand mal seizure. So I can't give her anything that's.
Are you a Dr. Mo?
No. doctors
Yo,
will
man,
consult.
all I know is that when my boys or anybody around me would smoke weed, I always see a different personality after you smoke it.
But you guys should see the argument I made earlier. Let's ask the question the Quran uses. Does the harm outweigh the benefit of recreational use? It's not medical. Not medical, recreational.
If you
discuss that. One minute. Let's discuss that quickly.
Go ahead,
What are the effects of recreational weed? Laughter, hunger, and sleepy, and maybe a bit, I don't know. Yeah, you laugh, you're hungry, you're feeling a bit sleepy.
Aggressive.
Tell me which part is negative. The laughter.
Real quick,
let's give the negative.
Are we ruling out the natural? We're obviously ruling out like the natural disposition to having like schizophrenia, etc. Right? We're obviously ruling that one out.
Yeah, let's give the recreational.
Okay.
Let me be clear. Recreational use. Let's give the positive effects on everyone as a majority, and let's give the negative effects of recreational, not medical, by the way.
Okay.
Because medical is a different point. Yeah, medical is a different point.
Okay, I like that.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Ahmed.
All right. The effects of, as I said, the effects of weed is you are hungry, you're sleepy, you're in the mood to laugh. You're in the mood to reflect, and you like being.
Yo, who's breathing like that,
man?
In the mood to be
Jafar, you might.
Jafar never stop.
And you're in the mood to be in a cozy environment. Other than that, I can't think of any other effects of weed.
Please, my brother.
Sorry.
I know some other ones. I know anger, nervousness, right? Talking a lot.
Doesn't make you angry. Doesn't make you angry though.
Yeah, it does make some people angry.
Yeah,
yeah, like they just start swearing out of nowhere. They just keep swearing and swearing and swearing.
That's not the weed making them angry. You're hanging around with some fucked up people.
No, bro, look. Every time I hang around with people, right?
Yo, this guy is.
Come on, no lie, bro. No lie. Listen. Every time I'm hanging around with somebody, every time I'm hung around with somebody, everybody has a different personality. Every time I'm hung around somebody,
but fam, you know the skunk will do that to you though. It will do that to you. It'll make you go mad, fam. I've seen a lot of my friends like
fucking skunk for 20 years. Like, what are you lot on?
Yeah. You know, there's some people, bro. There's some people that have tolerances that is next level. Yeah. However, there's some people who have a lower tolerance. It makes them go twist quickly, bro. I'm telling you.
Yeah, you get pissed off really fast. You know, like you know, you don't want to mess with them. You just want to let them relax. If you mess with them, they start yelling at you, swearing at you, all this. And then one guy's always nervous that the cops are coming in, this and that. You know, whatever. You know, he's like really nervous. Yeah, paranoia. One guy's giggling all day. You know, he just can't stop giggling. One dude's always talking. He won't stop talking. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, some people barely get affected. Yeah.
And listen, and that's all in one group, right? So when you have a group of people, you can see everybody has a different personality when they smoke weed. It's just like it's a common thing that happens. One person's always gonna have something in that type of one.
Yeah, so basically it has different faces. You can't tell which face is going to come on what person.
Look, listen, exactly. Yeah, I think that the weed that they're referring to is very potent, and it can have a tremendous effect very quickly. The weed that I'm talking about is very mild. It's very mild. You can smoke all day and nothing. It's cool.
But I think you guys are talking about different type of weed.
I'm
talking about weed.
Let me throw this in the mix. Let me throw this in. So what do we say about the land races? Land races are the strings that are natural, that came from nature. They don't get too terribly potent, right? But they can get up to like 20%, et cetera, whatnot. But they don't get it like the 30, 35, 40% THC like you can see now, right? What do you say about those?
So for example, if that's the maximum they can get on land, and obviously when you take it off there and you put it into some artificial environment, what you're doing to the plant is unnatural, bro. And you're kind of producing more THC. However, it's not natural the way you're doing it.
Can I say something? It's a little bit off subject. When I think of halal and haram, I think of if you were there in front of the Prophet doing it in front of him, what would he say to you? That's what I really think of it usually, and especially just doing it. You get me?
So
and you think about it hard.
Acting like the Prophet is the one that decides what's halal and what's haram.
I feel a lot of people are against it because of the culture that surrounds smoking weed. There's a culture around it, like certain type of people smoke it. So we look at it and we're like, oh no, I can't do that.
Yeah, but I mean, because it did start out really with the Ottoman Empire, really, where it truly started, where they started making these cigarettes out of rolled tobacco. Or we could go farther back, but
Fam, the time of Prophet Sulaiman, innit? That's what they say.
Let me ask you a quick question. Let me ask you a quick question.
Mohab, I didn't hear you say it
You
again.
know, a lot of the Rastafaris believe that it also like grew on the grave of Prophet Sulaiman. That's a lot of the Rastafari believe.
I don't know about that.
They base it on certain Jewish texts, but anyway.
Yeah,
quick
Jewish
question.
text.
Oh, well, is it based on some text? I thought it was just based on
Kabbalah.
There's certain Jewish there's certain Jewish texts that even talk about that Prophet Sulaiman had jinn growing hemp for him.
I think that's Kabbalah. That's Kabbalah. That's the
People
Kabbalah.
put jinn to work, man.
That might be
No, but hold on.
Why
Why would you need gin to grow hemp? Hemp is one of the easiest crops to grow.
Yeah, it's very easy. Yeah,
I don't disagree. It was large amounts at one time. But
bro,
anyway, I
want to hear his point. Go ahead, bro.
Quick question. So some people say that the Prophet ﷺ had seizures or whatnot. You know what I'm saying? So if that was the case, what medicine would be available to him at the time?
Bro, when you say seizures, do you mean seizure or the revelation? When he was getting the revelation,
like
epilepsy, like epilepsy.
I don't know about that. There are some recordings that he was bewitched by some of the magic that some people would try to. Allah would protect him from it, so he would have some negative effects from it. But I disagree when you say he has seizures. I've never heard that he has seizures. It could have been from the revelation. Yeah, that's because of the weight of the revelation.
I mean, it looked like seizures, didn't it?
Yeah,
it manifested like seizures, but it's something that's so unique to him.
But it was heavy to even when he was on a camel. The camel had to sit down because of the weight. Yeah, immediately, you know. You might have.
Let's say I was somebody back then who had epilepsy. Okay.
Yeah.
Would the Prophet say that I wouldn't be able to use cannabis in the medicinal form to treat the epilepsy?
No, that's what I was saying earlier. I'm not talking medicinally. I don't disagree with it. Me personally, I don't disagree with it.
Me either.
We use a lot of other drugs. And we can we'll have to argue that's haram at the same time.
I was saying it to you.
I know a lot of brothers are against music, but you know, there's also an empire that pioneered music for mental health, for some of the mental health kind of patients. So you know, they use kind of music therapy. So I know a lot of you are against. What would you say in that situation, since you're against music?
Medical. That's why Allah did not make this religion hard for us. So if it's in a dire need and the people who need it for medical reasons, I don't disagree that.
I think I've come to that stance later in my life. I feel like I've had to come to that stance. I just feel like there's a time when you might need it and you use it.
Abdullah.
I mean, then it's
why are you okay with something medically but not leisurely? What's the issue with something leisurely?
So that's why I wanted to.
There's a necessity there.
Yeah, necessity. Yeah.
See, that's why I want to ask the second question with that one. I can't go ahead.
Can I answer him? Because we can eat pork by necessity. Then pork is. I would argue pork is worse than listening to music. Eating pork.
No, pork is not beneficial for you. It's not beneficial.
Exactly. It's worse. So if we're allowed to eat it by necessity, if we have no other choice except to eat it, then I would argue.
Yeah. If it's by necessity, yeah.
But you get me. You get what I'm saying. You get what I'm saying.
On what grounds are you comparing a pig, which Allah clear-cut said is haram, and He called it a dirty animal? On what grounds are you comparing that to
necessity? Necessity. I'm talking about.
But I'm asking you, on what grounds are you comparing?
That's what he's saying. Necessity. If there's nothing else to eat, bro, that's what he's saying.
I'm not saying. I'm not comparing it. I'm saying if that is allowed for us to go by necessity, then I'm saying definitely music and marijuana also we can go by necessity.
But the analogy is false because they're not comparable.
Right.
Okay. Look at. You know, a lot of Muslims they drink Guinness when they get sent to the hospital and they're low on iron. They give them Guinness, isn't it?
Yeah.
And that's a necessity. You have it because you need it. You need iron in your body, right?
So can we compare that to alcohol then? If we don't want to compare.
Yeah. And a lot of people take to do alcohol for the same way because they say it's for medical purposes.
Yeah.
No, you can compare that to alcohol. That's fine.
Which medical purposes are for alcohol?
No. I wasn't comparing it to.
You've got the chemical alcohol that they use in medicine.
One second. Look, the point I'm trying to make is
I got you. Ice, caramel. Who are you talking?
Somebody.
If cannabis is okay medicinally, if you cannot point out the negative aspect when you do it medicinally, can you please tell me what negative aspect arises when you do it recreationally? What is the
I'll give you a negative aspect.
Go ahead,
I'll give you a negative. One of the negatives is that it's very addictive.
That's a lie.
Yes, it is. Actually, it's proven.
Let me modify the question.
Bro, listen, I don't know who you're trying to hum to, yeah? I got friends that say, I smoked for 13 years, I know it, bro. And you said, how many years have you smoked for, bro?
Ahmed, you can't disregard his opinion, bro. It's a little bit shady.
No. I think it needs to be challenged as well. But I just feel like we can't be in denial about the fact that there becomes a level. You know, for me, you know why I stopped smoking high grade? Not because I disagree with it. I stopped smoking it because I became a.
Let me read the science. Let me read the science. Then
the science matter. The science count for anything.
Yes, and science disagrees with you sometimes, Afi.
It's a scientific fact that it's not addictable. It's not addictive.
No, what I mean is let's be honest with each other, yeah. And let's say when every skunk zoot that you smoke, bro, how much cigarette do you put in it? So that's what I mean. The whole kind of we also get addicted to the process of rolling it up and the whole kind of ceremony of it. We get addicted.
Now you're talking about cigarette.
No, bro, I'm talking about the whole thing.
Ahmed, my problem with you, Ahmed, my problem with you is when somebody gives a point different to your opinion, you dismiss it as, oh no, that's bollocks. I don't agree with that.
Look, brother Ahmed.
Abdullah,
Ahmed, I'm not against weed, bro. I think
guys, listen, brothers, respect each other's. Like, you don't have to agree with it, but at least respect the opinion.
Yeah. Go ahead, Ahmed. Go ahead.
Respect.
In the scientific community, it is an absolute, without shadow of a doubt, you can read any scientifically peer-reviewed paper you want, not one of them will say cannabis is addictive. Guaranteed.
It says it right here, one of the long-term effects is addiction. Now, up to 9, about
9%. But you know what I feel? I think he's right. There's no addiction with the cannabis itself. There's an addiction to the wider thing, which is you can't. Are you telling me you've been smoking? You can't even smoke 2 or 3 zoots back to back without putting tobacco.
Now, if you put
tobacco there, you're gonna get addicted to tobacco, no doubt, bro.
Yeah.
And then it becomes an addiction to the whole ceremony of rolling it. People become accustomed to.
Brother Mohib.
It's because they want to get high.
Prophet Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, remember, he used to use black seed oil. They used to use honey, vinegar, things like that. Remember, keep that in mind as well. I'm gonna play a video. You'll see about the effect.
You know, black seed oil. You know, like my brother suffered from asthma for many years, for about 16 years. And he took black seed oil with intention, and it killed him, bro.
It killed him.
Alhamdulillah.
Yeah, it killed him, bro.
There you go. That's Sunnah, bro. You know.
Sunnah, yeah.
Listen to this. Listen to this. Hold on. Watch this. 1 minute. Alhamdulillah, brother gave me this. What's this? It's asthma and hold it.
Today we are talking with the health hunter himself, Dr. Cass Ingram, discussing the benefits of black seed oil. And it's great to have you, Doctor.
Great to be back.
Well, what is this? I don't even want to call it a new herb, but I think it's almost a new phenomenon, black seed oil.
Black seed, you know, a lot of people don't know, black seed is from a desert plant, Nigella sativa. It's not really cumin, black cumin. It's actually a wild plant that became commercialized. And the seed is pressed to make an oil, and then it's also crushed and then used in food, but also can be used as a medicine. It's a seed from a flowering plant of the buttercup family. But then it was used by the ancients.
Guys, the doctor is not Muslim, okay? Anyway.
Decided to take the wild plant
that always helps, bro.
And harvest it. Ancient Pharaoh, it was in his tomb, King Tut, and the oil as well as the seed, they thought it would do something good for them, but remember the Prophet Muhammad said it's good for everything but when you check out. So I don't know about King Tut. But you know, Nefertiti used it. So it has an ancient use. She used the oil to soak for her nails to make them glossy, and it was her beauty secret for her beautiful face. And so the nails, the hair, and the face. And Cleopatra's beauty secret was black seed oil.
Well, see, I have heard that because a lot of the historical facts of black seed oil have to do really almost a cosmetic use. Now, I've never heard it for the nails, but I did hear it for the skin and definitely for the hair. And I heard that about Cleopatra, which I thought was very interesting.
Very interesting. So think about that the nails need to be strengthened and toughened and beautified. So the skin and the hair, that's a tremendous use. But the Pharaoh used it, and the ancient Egyptians, for lung disorders. They used it for digestive. They used it for worm problems. They found that it was really good for killing those boys. And so it had sometimes cardiovascular use in the ancients. But then what happened when the Prophet Muhammad said good for everything but, then people started to research and investigate it in medieval times and post, and they found that it's really good for the kidneys, the heart, the chest, the lungs, the skin, the immune system, and also I mentioned for the gut all the way around. So lots of uses historically. But now the modern science is coming through on black seed and demonstrating its power. Tremendous things.
So what areas of modern research are you seeing in the areas of black seed oil?
Well, there's really good research on its powers in the lungs. So the Egyptian investigators and others found that with bronchospasm and asthma and all these conditions, we say through the Deshay system, which is the laws on the books, that it supports a healthy respiratory response. The science shows that for people with asthma, with bronchitis, with bronchial congestion, that it's effective, as effective as many medications. The reason for that is that black seed and its oil contains a substance known as thymoquinone. And thymoquinone is like coenzyme Q10. It's a bronchodilator. So, and it's a dilator of smooth muscle. So any kind of contraction that occurs in the lungs, in the digestive tract, any of those mucous membranes, they all have smooth muscle fibers. And that's a problem with asthma, bronchitis, chest congestion, but it's also a problem with irritable bowel, spastic colon, esophagitis, stomach disorders. So black seed is also now known to be good for the digestive tract for the same reason.
Well then, if it's that potent in the areas of the lungs, does it have an expectorant property to it?
Well, yes, about expectoration it does. Because when you relax those spasms...
So guys, you guys heard that, yeah? Hearing that, yeah? You want to play it more or...?
Yeah, man, good stuff.
Should I play it more or...?
So, like, what was it saying that other purposes for? Was it for the hair and stuff and the nails? Is that what it was saying?
Do you want me to rewind it a bit? Okay, hold on.
No, I just wanted, like, I think I heard what it said, but I always wondered what the other purposes were.
I'll share the link. I'll share the link, yeah, because I don't want to play the whole video. I don't want to play the whole video. Look, you can see the name here and all that. I'll put the link in the description as well. What do you call it? Yeah, so, yeah, man. So, brother Abu Mujahid, you're in, yeah?
Assalamu alaikum, listen. So what, can I ask the weed justifiers a question?
Yeah, go on. Everyone in the live chat saying change the subject, but go on, no problem, go on. Let's move on to something else.
Yeah, I'm happy to move on. Let me just say something though. Flipping. So I'm sure everyone here is aware, yeah, that the prohibition of alcohol came down, of intoxicants came down in 3 stages, yeah. So the first one obviously saying that the harm outweighs the benefit, but the one I want to focus on, yeah, is the second one, yeah, where Allah said, "Don't approach the prayer whilst you are intoxicated," yeah. Now what I want to, sorry, what was that, bro?
No, it was
Go ahead.
It's called The Evils of Marijuana, Hassan As-Somali. I'm gonna play that quick. It's only a 3-minute video. But go on, you finish first.
Alright, bro.
Please don't play it. I beg of you, please don't play it. I beg of you, don't play it, please.
Yeah, I don't think we need that, man, but listen.
But go
on. So when Allah said don't come to the prayer whilst you are intoxicated, yeah, what I want to know is if the brothers here think that the intoxication is purely from a medical standpoint and not from the standpoint where it causes the mind to think in a different way, then when would it become permissible for people to then approach the prayer? Because Allah said, yeah, don't approach the prayer whilst you are intoxicated.
Hold on, let me.
So
bro, I'll be honest with you.
Whoa.
One at a time.
Let's see, bro, chill. Wait a second, innit?
One at a time.
So what I want to know is, how would the people, if it was intoxication from a medical standpoint, how would the people know when to approach the prayer?
You know, brother, I think a lot of people who smoke in this day and age.
Let me respond to this one, man.
Yeah, go on.
Alright, cool. So first things first, we need to define our terms. Agreed? So we need to define what intoxication means.
My brother.
Exactly. But what you don't understand, the reason I'm asking this question is because I'm trying to get to the definition, but I know we're not going to agree. That's why I'm trying to force it out.
You've already interpreted the word to mean intoxicants.
No. Listen, that's the point, innit? Let's say we don't agree on the word intoxicant. Let's say we don't agree.
Let's keep it linguistic. Let's keep it as wine.
All right, bro. Wait,
let's keep it as alcohol.
Bro, wait. Bro, I'm trying to tell you, okay, let's agree to disagree that we do not agree that the word intoxicant can be used for both alcohol and weed, yeah? Because I believe it does, you believe it don't. That's what I'm trying to establish here. So what I'm asking you is...
No, but you do recognise the difference between them, yeah?
Bro, just chill, please, man. Bro, please look. So when Allah... Okay. So when Allah's speaking about alcohol, according to you, he's not speaking about weed, yeah? As well. Basically, you do not think that verse applies to weed as well, yeah?
According
no, of course not, man.
Okay, so it don't apply to weed. Okay, good.
Listen, bro, it's very simple, man. According to you, is weed an intoxicant or not?
Bro, listen, man. I'm making a point for a reason. Why can't you just stick with it for now, and then I swear I'll let you talk in it.
Yeah, you can agree to disagree, bro. Like you said, go on, let him finish.
Agree to disagree with what? I'm trying
to tell you. Look, when Allah, I'm asking you a question, basically, yeah. When Allah was speaking about alcohol, according to you, yeah, only, yeah.
I didn't say only.
Okay, good. When Allah was speaking about alcohol, how would the people know when it was okay for them to start approaching the prayer if it was intoxication from a medical standpoint only? Go on.
I didn't even understand that question.
Each individual will know themselves. Each individual
you don't get it.
Right?
Confused, bro. But you know
what don't you get? If you don't understand it, just ask me which part you don't get in it.
Yeah. It's the issue is with the medical aspect. The issue is that what you're getting at is how did these people? I'm going to rephrase the question to see if I've gathered what you've tried to get out there. So how did the companions? How did these people know when they could approach the prayer? Basically, so then it goes back to another question of what is the standard of intoxication? What does intoxication mean? Even if you want to use that word and you want to say, okay, but the end result of drinking alcohol is that you're intoxicated, that's fine. I don't have a problem with that. But then the question is, what is the definition legally of intoxication?
Well, bro. Salah won't be accepted for 40
But
days.
I don't think you lot get it, man. Listen.
Bro, listen, bro. When it comes to levels of intoxication, the brothers' rights, they differ, yeah? And I think everyone's different in themselves. They know when they've reached their level. So they would know when they're
not even talking about level.
Intoxicated to reach the prayer.
Definitions are.
Exactly.
Yeah, but the thing is, there's no levels, there's no time limit here according to these guys. These guys are saying it's a medical aspect. It's got nothing to do with being high. It's got nothing to do with being drunk.
No. I dispel that. I think that a lot of people do it for recreation, bro. And some people even listen, bro. I'm from the subcontinent, my brother. You can't tell me that these people haven't been using weed to worship God since the beginning, bro. Don't tell me this thing, bro. So don't say that people just smoke weed because of medical reasons.
Correctly right now, though.
The Hindus use it.
You know that, right? You're going off.
That's true, fam. You don't know, fam.
Bro, what are you talking about?
Bro, don't deny that information.
Right now.
Bro, the Hindus, yes, they smoke weed.
I do not care about Hindus, man. If anyone's Hindu in here right now, yeah, the conversation nothing to do with them right now. Let's just leave them out of it. Because they're on a different level, innit? Like, I don't agree with anything to do with Hinduism, so they don't need to be bought into this narrative, innit?
Bro, I'm just giving you an example.
But why are you diverting? I'm asking you a basic question.
Okay.
We're not allowed to approach the prayer whilst we were intoxicated. So how would we have known when we're not intoxicated? If according to these guys, it has nothing to do with your mind becoming a bit high, etc., or drunk.
Yeah, that's true. I agree with this. I see what you're saying.
You get it now, innit?
It does affect your mind. So imagine if it never affected your mind and didn't have any effect on you, you wouldn't even care about using it. But because it has a certain effect on your mind, he's saying that means it has some kind of, you know what I'm saying? That's where.
Yeah, but it doesn't. He's right. It doesn't have to intoxicate as alcohol.
When is your mind not affected?
Bro, the reason you can't approach the prayer is because your mind is not in the same place where it was before you took the substance.
I agree, man. I agree, bro.
The same thing applies with the cannabis. The same thing applies with the cannabis.
Bloody hell.
However, people can smoke cannabis outside away from the prayer and feel a level of consciousness that they won't feel.
I can't hear you.
So what I'm saying, it's got a different effect, bro. It's a different effect.
It's not about it being different. It's about it having any effect at all.
All right, cool. Hold on. Let me ask you.
It definitely has an effect.
1 minute, Mohib. All right, let me ask you a question. If you're gonna put it as simple as effect alone, yeah, then can you have?
It's gonna go to food.
can you pray salah after having a cup of tea?
Coffee.
Yes, of course you can.
But why? Does tea not have an effect on you?
Look. What are you comparing? Are you comparing the actual change, yeah, in a person's reasoning compared to a head rush. Compared to a head rush.
Is there the word you used was simple effect on the mind?
Yeah, no, mate, I'm talking about intoxication. The only thing is you do not agree with my definition.
No, Abdul's right.
No, he's not right. And just because you say
I tell you why he's right. You know the difference between smoking weed and drinking is similar to the difference between smoking weed and drinking coffee.
Right with weed, like relax, bro.
Why are so many people? Come on, can we have a simple conversation, man?
It's hard when you lot can't understand simple things.
I want to know what your terms are. If your terms are simple effect on the mind, then my friend, having a cup of tea, having a cup of coffee has an effect on your mind.
No, because that doesn't affect your chain of reasoning, bro. Your logical standpoint, it doesn't affect that.
How does
I agree, it doesn't.
How does it affect your logical standpoint? What does that even mean?
Okay, so have you never, you as a weed smoker, you as a justified weed smoker, have never smoked weed with a guy, who as soon as he takes a few puffs, a minute or two's gone by, and suddenly he's acting
starts giggling. Yeah,
bro,
starts laughing.
I've seen man acting on this chat like that, bro, and I know they're not smoking.
What? So that's not happened to you?
Okay, but hold on, 1 minute.
Okay. Now let's reverse it.
You agree it's not good behavior?
Sat with a guy having a cup of coffee, and then has the debate suddenly changed because man's changed his mind reason.
How do you know?
A coffee high. Is there a coffee high? Because I don't think I ever heard of that.
This guy. I've smoked a zoo or not right now.
Bro, don't come in here, trying to deviate the people, because there might be people in here who smoke weed, they feel guilty about it, and that's a good thing, And you're coming in here, making them out like it's okay, bro. Don't be doing that, you get me? Don't be doing that, bro, because these man...
I agree with Omar.
You know what? I agree with Omar.
And you're out here, bro, trying to make
because,
them
I can't, on my platform...
Hold on. Let's say it speak.
Out here, bro.
On my platform, I cannot... I'm not going to push this narrative that nowhere on my platform that somehow weed smokers are thing. I'm gonna play this video as well. You can hear it. Finish what.
Saeed, that's good, bro. Because I'm telling you, bro, you chill with some serious people, bro, who do some serious da'wah as well.
No. That I'm on you on that, bro. 100%. I'm telling everyone in the live chat.
It's good that you clarified that. If I'm honest.
You know what I mean? There is no way. I'm gonna play this video. Just let me just play this video now, man. Your salah is not accepted for 40 days, man. Hold on 1 minute.
وأهل الضلال الحمد لله هذه ميزة أن الإنسان يكون على مذهب السلف. Ibn Taymiyyah rahimahullah ta'ala, he speaks about some of the evils of al-hashisha. Some of the evil consequences, because somebody may be asking,
this guy's real name is
Hassan going to cause my destruction? Ibn Taymiyyah rahimahullah, he said, فَإِنَّهَا, meaning cannabis, and the like of it, مع أنها تسكر آكلها, along with the fact that the one who uses it, the one who consumes it, becomes intoxicated. Likewise, they become mastulan, they become foolish, and they behave like a fool. وَتُورِثْ التَّغْنِيث, and it causes a person to behave in an effeminate...
Brother Ahmed, just finish, let's finish the video, then you can think it.
Video, then you can speak, bro. You can't even hold...
Effeminate fashion, like a woman,
we're like kids right now,
whether you like it or not. That's why those rappers are dancing like women. Like a woman. It causes a duyutha. Ibn Taymiyyah said it strips a man of honor over his female relatives. Nam. Find them. A man might be in the room using drugs and passing it to his girlfriend, his wife, and maybe his children. Because he doesn't have any honor or dignity and he's being stripped of it. Naked. Ibn Taymiyyah, he said, وَتُوجِبُ كَثْرَةَ الْأَكَلِ, it causes people to eat a lot. Many of us know that. Where's the munchies? Where's the munchies?
People eat a lot without smoking, though.
So we can sit down and laugh like buffoons, and we can eat and stuff our bellies.
Out there, people laugh. Oh my God, people are laughing.
He said, likewise, وَتُورِثَ الْجُنُونَ, it causes insanity. Wallahi, this is haqq. Maybe not everyone, it causes many people to become mad, to lose their sanity.
Jobs should have thought of that before he made iPhone and shit.
Hold on, guys, hold on. It's nearly finished. 1 second, 1 second. Let's finish.
وكثير من الناس مجنونا بسبب أكلها.
Brother Ahmed, I get the feeling that you're getting worried. Let me finish this, yeah. Then you can come in.
And many people, they have become insane because of consuming or intaking this filthy substance.
This filthy substance created by
Wallahi,
Allah.
يعني والدي, my father used to tell me, إخوان, and this was a dars, alhamdulillah, استفدت منها. He used to say to me, possibly,
it's crap not
you
filthy,
could
that
be
Allah
that
created
one
that too, man.
that goes insane.
Crack is process.
You could be that one. Maybe your friends around you, they may take those drugs, and they may walk around like they're fine because we know they're not, but you could be that one.
Ahmed, please speak.
None of us should be thinking, especially the youth.
Speak, man. You have all the time.
That's not me.
Relax.
You may be that one. May Allah will protect each and every one of us.
But we're not gaining anything. That's all I'm saying, innit? It's a bit childish.
How do you know that, bro? How do you know that it's not gaining?
Bro, I'm gaining it.
There you go. How can you say that?
So basically, you can gain from a scientist speaking about black seed oil, even though science changes, but then you can't gain.
Old man. Means old man.
Somebody's background.
Means old man.
Yeah, it means old man.
What's old man got to do with Islam? He tried to dress that up as if.
So what is science? So what does science have to? Okay, so what does science have to do? Science changes. Does science not change?
No.
You're gonna rely on science, but you're not gonna rely on some of your elders to speak.
Some of my elders.
Yeah.
I beg your pardon, my elders.
Bro, are you serious? Are you seriously
Where
being
did you
like
meet my elders before?
So, elders? You just said a sheikh means an old man, right? So are you gonna? Oh who's my God, bro, I really don't think you're serious, be honest.
Let's get back to the weed, bro. Let's get back to the weed, man.
Nah, the guy isn't serious, man. Bro, you was talking during the whole video. You wasn't letting the guy speak.
Let's get back to the weed.
Nah, let me talk to that.
No, you're gonna derail the conversation, man. You listen to someone with an expertise in a certain subject. That's it.
Huh?
Content-wise, man.
What makes expertise if he keeps changing? If one person you say has expertise, another person
man,
has
forget that. Why don't we address the point?
All right, go ahead. Let's go.
About if you smoke, then you don't have any honor. What's that?
What kind of nonsense is that?
No, that bro, it's true.
Let me say something about that. Yeah, you see in that work. Yeah, there's a toilet cleaner. There's two workers. You tell them go and clean the toilet.
Anecdotes.
Hold on. I'll give you an example, man.
Let him finish, man.
Yeah, you give him tell go clean the toilet. The guy will be like, "What? I ain't doing that." You never smoke some weed, bro. That guy would make that toilet sparkle with a toothbrush. With a toothbrush, blood. As long as he's high.
That's not what was meant by the video, man.
Omar, that guy ain't got. Where's his honor gone? Yeah, now carry on, bro.
Yeah, but that's not what was meant, man. I'm just gonna say what was meant here is that people who love to get high and drunk here, when it comes to their women, generally they start to get less protected.
I ain't drunk. Why are you putting the two in the same?
Hold on. For me, they make no difference in it.
For you, they make no difference. But then you're basically saying you possess no intelligence whatsoever.
Oh, nice argument, bro.
Because they're clearly different. That's a but you made a dumb argument. You said,
bro, who's making dumb arguments?
Bro, can you stop being, can we stop being personal, bro? Can we just stick to the points, bro? Try addressing the points with our knowledge instead of attacking each other. Yeah, really, bro. You've been doing that the whole video. It's annoying me, bro. Honestly,
I don't know why you seem like you get like triggered quick.
It's triggered. Yeah, you flop and you get triggered, bro.
Because what it is when it comes to other people's opinion, it's like
I have a difference of opinion to you guys. Why do I have to be triggered for that?
But you're
then express your difference. But
overbearing. You're a bit overbearing, Akhi. Do you understand? You're like, it's like you're undermining everyone's with their opinions. You know, when they come out with that, it's like your opinion is it. Everyone else's opinion, it's like you're undermining them, bro. It's like no. Your one's you know, that's what.
The man won't say one fact. He'll say one.
All I'm asking, Saeed, I'm asking is if you're gonna make a statement, please substantiate it. That's it.
Well, what have you substantiated?
We're trying to do that, but you're trying to shut us down.
What claim have I made, sir? Abdullah.
But exactly, because you keep asking the questions. He doesn't make any claim. He asks the questions, how is this, how is that? And then you don't. And when you ask for substantiating claims, you're being a hypocrite because you yourself, when you say no, weed is not haram,
and you say this, you should also substantiate your claim. That's what I'm saying. Bro.
All right, cool. All right,
Look,
cool.
can you guys, everybody, listen to this.
I'll make it clear to you. Here's my.
Go ahead, Said.
Can you listen to this for a second quickly? Yeah, can you hear it? Hold on.
Said, switch the topic, man. This guy's is casting
I don't get the point of this.
Okay, listen to this quickly, guys. Hold on.
All right, let's listen. Oh, you're laughing. Oh, come on.
Whoever takes in an intoxicant and becomes intoxicated, then his salah shall not be answered for 40 days.
Start that again, Said. Start that again, please.
Yeah, okay, hold on. Alright, be quiet, everyone. I'm gonna play it from the beginning. Ready? 1, 2, 3.
Wait. Before you do that, I'm gonna want you to stop at one point. I'm gonna say to pause.
Yeah, tell me stop. Just tell me stop when you want me to stop.
Yeah.
Hold on. Alright, going.
Yeah. Sisters, so is it if someone smoked weed, their prayers are not answered for 40 days? Now, in the Sunnah of Ibn Majah is the hadith of Abdullah ibn Amr ibn al-As, and sharib al-khamra wa sakira.
Pause.
Yeah, go on.
Okay, I just want to break this down. Like, okay, so first thing that was interesting, the point to note is that it's in Sunnah Ibn Majah. So in the 6 books of hadith and within the Sunni tradition, it's one of the, let's just say, lesser relied upon books of hadith, and I will leave it at that. Second point I want to say is that the Arabic says, "Man sharib al-khamra wa sakira." Yeah, so it says, so the word khamr is used for those who know Arabic. Khamr meaning denoting alcohol, and wasakhara means intoxicated. So I don't know why people are playing loose and fast with these words and they're saying that one of is they're interchangeable and they're the same thing. And so I don't know. And even in the hadith so far, we haven't finished yet, but so far it's clearly talking about something specific. But he's answering a question which is outside of the scope of that hadith, but he's fitting it to fit. So he's interpreting it to fit the hadith, which is fine. That's his ijtihad. But this is the point. Let's just be honest and say that's in his interpretation, or it's ijtihad. It's which obviously as a scholar he's got ample reason to do. But the thing is, it's very important that we are clear. Yeah,
sincere, simple, honest.
But we are about, man. The Prophet said every khamr is haram, every intoxicant, every single one.
All right, cool. No one's disagreeing.
Yeah, so then this is the point. This is where at this point it comes back to the point of definitions and what is it to be intoxicated. We can't just,
exactly. And you lot think being high is not being intoxicated.
It has to be set, and obviously the thing is set in the legal tradition. So each school has its own perspective and definition.
So then let's ask the question. Let's ask the question. Being high. Go ahead, Ahmed.
When you say being high, for example,
yeah,
I can tell you the exact chemical process that happens that supposedly, quote unquote, triggers that high that you're talking about.
Can't someone do that with alcohol?
Release of dopamine. The release of excessive dopamines, right? Go ahead. Let's hear it.
And I can tell you exactly why it has nothing to do with your consciousness. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Okay, so can we hear it then? Can we hear it?
And I want you to tell me how you
see how he's gonna ask the question. Ahmed, if you're gonna make that's the last thing I'm gonna say, bro. If you're gonna make a point, I want to hear you actually give the information. You just made a bunch of claims that I could give you this, I could give you that. So let's hear it instead of asking people to make the claim, bro. I want to hear what you.
Abdullah.
Abdullah. Ahmed. You just said I could give you all the scientific ways that can come about. I want to hear it now. How does it come about?
Yo, I don't want to hear that, man. Like, switch the topic, man.
No. But that's
not gonna prove anything, man.
Abdullah, listen. Who's the person claiming?
Yeah, I'm gonna.
Who's the person claiming that's haram?
I'm gonna. I
say it's haram. Okay, we're claiming haram. Are you claiming it's okay?
1 minute. Who's the person claiming that's haram is you guys, right?
I say it's haram.
Secondly, who's the people claiming that it's an intoxicant?
Listen.
So who's the burden of proof?
I'm not the only one who saw that. Bro, but you just said I could explain it to you all scientifically. I can explain this, but you didn't explain anything. That's the funny part. You asked us the question.
Because listen, I've got them ready.
Scientifically, I can explain this, but you didn't explain
when you make the claim. So I'm waiting for you guys.
So you setting a trap. That's because you're trying to set a trap. So why don't you explain? Right. So you're not being sincere. You're not being sincere.
How am I not being sincere?
Because if you were being sincere, you would have gave us the information and then compared it with what we said. But instead, you was waiting for us to say something so that you could bring it out. So I want to hear. Okay. So now you said you have it ready. I want to hear you say it. I caught your trap, bro. I didn't fall in the rabbit trap. I want to hear you say it.
Okay. Can everyone see the screen? Yeah.
Yeah.
Can everyone see the screen? I put some bits in the description. Look. Read it if you guys can as well.
Yeah, right? Go ahead.
I've been sent some bits. I just put it in the description. If you read it there as well. Look, I'm just
every intoxicant is haram. Yeah, Ibn Hajar.
Starts from there. Indulge senses, and then Al-Haafiz ibn Hajar. Look, just read that.
Every intoxicant is khamr. So you destroyed your earlier claim that it's specifically speaking about alcohol. Brother Ziyad.
كل مسكر خمر.
Yeah.
That exists.
Honestly,
I'm not denying the fact
that
exists. So what's your point though?
No, okay,
simply just get to how cannabis is an intoxicant, innit? Just get.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
I think it's convenient that exists.
No. The only thing is that you said that when it was speaking about khamr and a sakar, it was speaking about certain things, which is. That's why this hadith now proves actually every intoxicant.
No. I said very clearly that there's two different words being used, but people on this panel, and specifically, I'll mention names if I know what the man's names is, Abu whatever. My man obviously was presenting it as though these terms were interchangeable and that they are the same thing. And now you want to say that there's a defense for it through a hadith. Okay, cool. It becomes a circular argument then. Intoxicants are khamr are intoxicants. Khamr says intoxicants, khamr, and it's, you know what I mean?
No, I don't know.
Well, I don't actually get what you because honestly, no. Honestly, I didn't understand what you're saying. You're saying it was a circular argument, but we weren't making the point that not every intoxicant is not khamr. We're saying it says specifically everything that intoxicates, every intoxicant is khamr. But my only argument was that you said earlier that it is speaking about something specific.
The point is that
the guy was using ijtihad. But honestly, this verse exposes that he wasn't using ijtihad.
The point is very clear that
unless you can,
even in the narration that the guy was mentioning, he says whoever drinks, and I'm translating, whoever drinks and becomes intoxicated. So I'm saying through the usage, through the context, you can ascertain that there are two different words which have two different meanings. One denotes one denotes a drink, yes, and one denotes the state of being drunk.
What does you guys actually think the Prophet would have differentiated between a guy who's drunk and a guy who's high?
Can you guys just tell me how cannabis intoxicates? Let's just get there.
One minute before we get there. What the hell is an intoxicant?
But seeing as you were talking about UFC, man like Nick Diaz beat up Anderson, beat up Bearman on high. You know what I mean? In fact, I'm sure he was banned after an Anderson Silva fight.
Bro, I'm sure there's
how about Michael Phelps?
People are really trust, bro. You know what I'm saying?
But no, because
DMX people
saying that. Oh, how can you do anything? How can you even differentiate between these two people? If man is drunk, you can't operate heavy machine. You can't do basic things.
Wait, what about Michael Phelps?
There's plenty of people
less win Olympics. You know what I'm saying?
What about Michael Phelps?
Bro, what's a toxin? Let's ask that. What's a toxin? Since you don't know what intoxicants are, what's a toxin? Then we can get to what is intoxicants and what intoxicates and whatever. What is a toxin? Then because obviously you guys are tripping up on definitions. You're not tripping up on the hadith. You're not tripping up on. It's clear from the hadith, but you guys are saying what is an intoxicant? Is weed an intoxicant? So let's look at let's see what is an. So is weed have toxins in it? Yes or no?
No,
it doesn't. So it doesn't affect you at all. It doesn't give you anything. It's just a plant that when you eat it, it's like eating broccoli, right? You don't really anything, right? Bro, you know
let me finish this playing this video. Where
of course,
bro. No, I mean that's
crazy.
Hold on, let me just play.
No truth,
let me finish.
Play it.
I'm going to finish this video and then play it, and then we'll quickly have 2 minutes each, and then we're going to change this topic.
If you don't want to be
all right. Let's change the topic. Let's change the topic. Let's change the topic.
Let me just tell you. Yeah, you're flogging a dead horse here, man.
Calm down.
Say it.
2 minutes each.
Say it.
Yeah.
Let's
have quick information.
Their prayers are not answered for 40 days.
Named
in the Sunnah of Ibn Majah, is the hadith of Abdullah bin Amr ibn
What's your point?
شرب الخمر وسكره
Yo, brothers.
40 صباحا. Whoever takes in an intoxicant and becomes intoxicated.
Okay, what if I was to say to you, that system that governs a large part of your brain and a large part of your stomach is literally named endocannabinoids and is named after cannabis.
Is it cannabis?
Is it cannabis? All right. Listen.
It doesn't matter, bro. You could be named after a Greek god. Does that mean you're not Muslim?
All right. Let me tell you why. Let me tell you why it's named.
Are you a Greek god, bro? It doesn't make any sense what you say.
Okay, let me tell you why.
Bro, what you're doing is doing buzzwords. You're doing buzzwords, and you wanna
listen.
Okay. Go ahead, Ahmed. Go ahead.
Let me tell you why it's named after cannabis. Yeah.
Cannabis.
The reason it's named after cannabis is because you have receptors that only function upon the consumption of cannabis.
All right, listen. Let me just finish this video quick, yeah?
And
what's your point?
His salah shall not be answered for 40 days. And there are other narrations as well. Declared authentic by the scholars of hadith. So, what does this mean? People would translate that sometimes as whoever drinks wine. And then people would be asking, does this include whiskey and beer? And then they would say, okay, let's translate it as whoever drinks alcohol. And then you have people who say, well, does it include weed and cocaine? If we want to translate it properly, you say, whoever takes in an intoxicant. Sharib al-khamr. In Arabic, when you smoke something, it's still called shurb. It's still called shurb. They call smoking shurb al-dukhan. Drink and smoke. So it is to take in an intoxicant, and it is not limited to liquids. Rather, it includes liquids, powders, vapors, whatever intoxicates. Inks, injections, whatever, that you take in intentionally and it intoxicates you. This is intoxication. And the Prophet ﷺ said, as is collected in the authentic compilation of Sahih Muslim from the report of Abdullah bin Umar, كُلُّ مُسْكِرٍ خَمْرٌ وَكُلُّ خَمْرٍ حَرَامٌ. Every intoxicant is a khamr, and every khamr is haram. In one narration, كُلُّ مُسْكِرٍ خَمْرٌ وَكُلُّ مُسْكِرٍ حَرَامٌ. Every intoxicant.
Pause it. I just want to ask the question now, and it's seen as we've aligned kind of what this guy is saying with what some of the other brothers were saying in regards to, every khamr is intoxicant, and ergo. So he's just said that it's in Muslim, and he's saying that Ibn Umar said it. I don't know if you man know the hadith in question, but is this mawquf or is it mursal? Does it stop at Ibn Umar, or is it apply back to the Nabi Sallallahu Alaihi
Wasallam? Bro, the hadith is in Sahih Muslim, akhi. What are you talking about?
No, hold on.
What's so funny?
One minute. Because I'm asking a question to do with hadith sciences, bro. If you don't know, just say you don't know. And I'll look into it.
You're so funny because what I'm trying to say to you is that the reason it's in Sahih Muslim is because it's Sahih and the sciences have already been established on the hadith.
One minute.
What's that got to do with the question he's asking?
This guy's an idiot, man.
It can't be mursal because it goes to Ibn Umar.
Exactly.
Alright.
Did you even understand the question he was asking you?
Bro, you're questioning the authenticity of Sahih Muslim.
That's not the
Am I correct?
He asked.
Am I correct?
Why are you trying to have some next conversation?
That's not the question he asked.
So what are you asking? Go on.
Another thing is,
I didn't get it. So ask again. I didn't get it as well. That means.
Okay. So the question is, now that he's mentioned it's from Muslim, the hadith in question is from Muslim.
So it's Sahih, yeah?
It's from Ibn Umar. So my question to you guys is, and it's a simple question. If you know, you know. If you don't know, you don't know. I'm going to look into it regardless. Does the hadith stop at Ibn Umar? Is it an opinion? Is it an opinion of Ibn Umar, or does it go back to the Prophet, peace be upon him?
It must go back to Prophet Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. I don't think it's going to be an opinion.
I hear you, Sayyid.
Not a must.
It doesn't
Bro,
have.
it's a hadith. It's not athar in it. It's a hadith. It's a statement of the Prophet, bro.
There you go. That's what I'm saying. But
Yeah,
anyway,
so you just made a false claim.
Let's finish this thing.
So
quickly.
there you go, innit?
Let's finish this quick. Hold on.
Is a
He's gonna answer all your questions. Let's just see in it. Hold on.
Every intoxicant.
You're gonna have different questions, obviously, but let's see. Hold on.
Is haram. This is all inclusive of gases, solids, and liquids, injected, smoked, or drunk. Shaykh al-Islam ibn Taymiyyah, he compared alcohol to weed. Beautiful writings from 7 centuries ago. He compared the harms of alcohol abuse to marijuana abuse. And he outlined how from so many different angles, the weed is more harmful for those who look to worldly studies and biology and these kind of things. He explained how the abusers of marijuana, the harms, yarhamukallah, that they face are far greater and more serious than the harms of those who drink alcoholic beverages. Now, your follow-up question.
As grown men, are you guys gonna take that? On the level.
Hold on, bro. Let's finish.
But as a grown man, you still want to get high.
No, but are you guys gonna take?
What are you talking about, bro?
Are you guys gonna let him tell you though that basically alcohol and weed is worse? You're just gonna take that?
Are we just gonna take you saying weed is halal, bro? When it's been established.
Me, I'm asking you.
It's been established, bro.
This verse you're referring to.
You just casting doubt. This conversation needs to be shut down.
Bruv, you know what? Yeah, I'm just gonna play this video and I'm gonna end this subject because you know
That's
what,
it, bro. End it, man.
Nah.
These are just cast a load of shubahat from.
Yeah, because
hold on.
Yo,
weed is worse than alcohol. I say weed is worse than alcohol.
Yeah, right.
I tell you why. Yeah.
Go for it.
If you got a worker and you tell him go clean the toilet, all right. If he's hold on. Yeah, Omar, Amos. Yeah. If you tell him and he's drunk, he will tell you to F off. But if he's high, bro, if he's weed, as long as he's high, bro, he would make that toilet sparkle. All right. You know it's true, bro. You know what I mean?
Where's the? And you mentioned that as a bad thing.
Yeah, it's a bad thing, bro. He will remain a toilet cleaner as long as he's high, bro.
But I would love for these guys to go to their local masjid, yeah, and say weed is halal, fam.
Weed is halal, yeah. Go over there, smoke weed in the masjid.
Otherwise, it would be consensus. Majority of Muslims, Sunni Muslims, would have been in consensus if weed was permissible, man. Come on.
It is consensus, bro. These guys are nobody, fam. They're no one.
You lot are grown men.
You know what? Even though, yeah, I'm telling you.
Rather than
something inside me told me, it just my fitra or whatever, it just told me
no
it's
sense
haram.
That you lot come up with.
But anyway, listen, guys, let's change the subject because
one last thing, brother. One last thing, yeah. If you want to really get high on that, yo, man, do your thing, bro. But don't say it's halal, man.
That's it.
Yeah, really, honestly, yeah.
That's it.
No, just meant smoking and
if you want to do it, yeah, you do it. Don't try to justify it by getting others.
Don't justify it, yeah, bro. It's a new phenomenon that you do.
Give me a phone call, but don't say it's halal, bro. You know what I'm saying, bro.
Exactly, yeah.
That's it.
What did the Prophet say? What did Allah say? Everything is halal until proven haram.
But just know if it's haram, you're gonna have everyone sin in it who you said is halal to. All of them.
Yeah, bro. You're not a chef, bro. You haven't studied, bro. You haven't studied like all these.
What are you talking about, bro?
But I'm so me neither, bro. None of us, bro.
You're the one going against the scholars, bro, not me.
Man.
And you're trying about studying.
Bro, how dare you go against the scholars, bro? What's wrong with you?
Oh my God, I don't know, man. I don't know what I was thinking about. My bad.
Anyway,
these man diss the scholars basically. So we know what type of man these are.
You know why they couldn't get the money enough to go to get the education. That's the problem, bro. People think they have knowledge these days.
This is the same guy who said let's keep it factual and let's not make it personal, you know.
No, but honestly, this is what I see with my brothers. This is what I see like a lot happen these days. People think, and it happens with the. This is what a lot of the extreme sects come out of too, because they think they have more knowledge than scholars, so they give their opinion as a higher ruling. You get me? That's what I see happening. Honestly, it's not just with this topic. It has a lot of other problems. It comes from a lot of different sects, and people think they have more knowledge than the scholars. And so whenever a video is played of a scholar, you feel me, bro?
What's with this scholar worship, though?
Yo, Saeed, wrap up the show, man.
Did I ever use
some serious conversations with man?
Did I ever use the word worship when in a scholar? What did
take it off the side, man.
You don't need to use the word worship. The way you're talking about it says enough. Like you're going on like they're not.
So if I talk about scientific scholar or science, you sound I'm worshiping science. Is that what you're gonna say?
No, but hold on. You're
telling me. I can say you worshiping science because you're bringing up scientific facts about.
Yeah.
You see how it goes. You see what I'm talking about. This is what your problem is, bro. You have it,
brothers.
About expertise in the field.
But if you use these double standards, bro, I can quickly use it on you, throw it back on you, and you'll flop right here. You get me? That's the problem.
Yo, flat Earth brother. That's my flat Earth brother. Let's hear
what
I'm
gonna do. Let's drop this subject because it's going
how's there a fake Abu Mujahid in it?
Okay.
Let's change the subject.
Let's change the subject. Abu Mujahid. We are not talking about weed, bro. Okay. Even if you come in, even if you got interesting points, we are not talking about weed, bro. We're done with that. It's a dead horse. Done.
Yeah, dead horse. So let's ask the chat, or I guess, right, Sayyid? You want to ask the chat for a different time?
Now, what I thought go on, is the feature of dawah, not speaker's corner, bro. Like just for.
Let's talk about scholars, man.
Bro, forget that,
man. Bro, you want to go on the same old.
Yo, Said, take this off air, man. Yo, Said, how long, man, until you take this off air, bro? We've been going on for time.
Hold on,
are we still there?
Yeah. I tell you what, hold on. Yeah, it's free.
Who done the skid sound?
You know what I mean? Yeah, you know what?
Don't drink and drive.
Let me tell the live people that I'm going to end it now, and then we just carry on.
Yeah. And, that would be much helpful, man. It should have been
so, people, Assalamu alaikum, everyone, and live chat. Thanks for joining. And we're going to end
Say, you want to end it on a positive video or something?
Huh?
Because let's not end it on the weed thing. Let's end it on a positive.
Nah, bro. Like, look, Akhi, they presented their case. We presented our one. I've got descriptions, all with all the links, everything. Yeah, and like I said,
Saeed, man, I like Saeed. Yeah. That's it, man.
You want to end it?
That's it.
No, I mean,
brother, it looks like you're speaking about hot topics.
Yeah. Yeah.
It looks like you've been speaking about.
Yeah, it's about to get hotter.
Like, look, bro, my channel, this is what I want. Young Muslims Network. This is what I want, bro. But obviously, I do not want to.
Would you stop using
sound effects, man? I do not want.
It's Abdul Rahman.
Yeah, I do not want.
It looks like you've got a full house as well.
But I do not want, for example, even by mistake, bro, Shubuhat, and it push that out, man. I don't want that on my head. But you
know what? To be honest, these subjects are very delicate.
There you go.
Really
I'm not gonna be
really publicize it.
I'm not gonna go into these type of things here, but other things, touching it.
But that's why we need kind of semi-structured shows.
That's what I'm gonna do, bro.
Rough idea of
what I'm gonna do from now on, like we'll like set some we'll discuss on the Hangouts what we're gonna talk about.
Get people to send you in some emails, innit?
Yeah.
Of topics that they want.
That's what
All right.
That's what I'm gonna do from now on. Because like I said, bro, trial and error. I'm gonna as I go along, I'm gonna clean it up and get to.
You're wearing your heart on your sleeve, man. I think people are gonna appreciate that and gravitate towards it.
Inshallah, that's what So that's what the intention is. If we can learn of it, benefit the Muslims and non-Muslims, that's my intention, bro. I don't want, because people are like, make it, because yesterday, bro, on my gaming channel, I was like live, this non-Muslim on my PlayStation goes to me, there was a Muslim on your thing saying PlayStation is haram, bro. Listen to this. Yeah. He goes, this non-Muslim goes to me, he goes, everything is banned, everything is haram in Islam.
Trust me.
And then I said to that guy, I go, bro, do not listen to people you don't even know. You just saw a random guy made a comment saying it's haram. Don't make our deen boring and
don't listen to academic screeching. He's not Muslim.
One of the brothers here said everything's halal until proven by Quran and Sunnah, and that's 100% correct. Everything in the dunya is halal. You can do whatever unless Quran and Sunnah specify it's haram.
So then the question is, where's the prohibition of the plant? Of the cannabis plant or the hemp plant.
Anyway, guys,
generally recreational.
Let me end the live stream. Let me end the live stream. Hold on, guys. So just
end the live stream. That's very important.
So brothers, assalamu alaikum. Next time, inshallah, email me with some topics. And
Said, you know what, Said, make your own hangout chat in it, because
I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna do that.
This one's a bit dead in it.
I'll do that. Don't worry. What I'm going to do is, brothers and sisters, just email me with topics, and inshallah we'll pick one, and one by one we'll go through a list. Give me a list, and inshallah I'll get some people on, and we'll discuss it, inshallah. So
I got a topic, bro.
I got a topic next, man.
No. You already had the weed topic, bro.
No, I got a banging one for you, lot.
Bro, now I got a serious one. Are men today getting demasculated?
Go for it.